Tough slugging for Ricky Ray coming back here to his old stomping grounds. That ball bat in the air. It's intercepted. It's Corey Jones taking off. And Corey Jones is going to seal him. The Argos drop 2 straight and stay 1 point back of Ottawa.
I don't know what to say about Winnipeg's defense. So dominant.
This time of year, it doesn't surprise me that defenses are going their net.
Jennings swarmed down, and he's going down. This is picked, and this is going to go back all the way for TJ Heath. Winnipeg Blue Bombers hang on here to beat the BC Lions.
Continues in the CFL, recognizing the battle against women's cancers. Today, our coverage begins at BMO Field in Toronto. The Argos know they will host a playoff game. It's just a matter of which one. Still hoping for a bye to the Eastern Final. They host the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, part 1 of 2 in the CFL on TSN.
James Wilder Jr. is back in the lineup. This young rookie is out of Florida State, averaging 6.1 yards a carry. They're happy to have him back.
Speaking about being back in the lineup, what about Weston Dressler, who's basically missed the last 2 months? Pretty good timing with their #1 target, Darvin Adams, going down, and his offense really struggling over the last 2 weeks.
Bring it in. Here we go as Week 18 continues with a doubleheader in the CFL on TSN. Rod Smith. Jock Climby's with us, and he's looking almost as dapper as Milt Stegall over there. Almost. I just did that for Milt because he likes it when I do it that way.
You've always got to pump his tires.
There you go.
So tired.
Later on. All right, welcome back. Later on, we got Edmonton at BC, so something to play for the Eskimos. But we begin with the Bombers and the Argos, Jock, and both of these teams have something to play for.
Yeah, they sure do, and it's so fun at this time of year because of all the playoff implications. And the Argos got to be feeling the heat. I mean, this is a team that I think was expected to finish first as this season was progressing. Ottawa was languishing, and Hamilton, and all of a sudden the Argos are in the rearview mirror seeing Ottawa coming up behind them, and it's just amazing. They're in a situation where they control their destiny if they need to win those last 2 games. But if they don't, Ottawa, amazingly, with 1 game to go, could finish 8-9-1, exactly where they were last year, hosting the East Final, 1 win away from the Grey Cup. Toronto needs to make this game happen so they can assure that that doesn't happen again. They want to host this East Final.
Well, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, before Calgary played yesterday, they were thinking, well, we're just trying to get a home playoff game. Now, when Calgary lost, they're thinking, well, we may be able to get first in the West. They don't control their own destiny, but there's an opportunity. Some things need to happen. They also need to make sure that they win this game because Edmonton is coming up the rear. They still have a chance to catch them for that home playoff game. So this is important for both teams. Both teams need to go out there and play well.
Can you imagine if Calgary lost to Edmonton next week, Winnipeg, by winning out?
They win, yeah.
Could get first place.
Never know.
Yeah, never know. October football, playoffs getting closer. 2 playoff teams will be meeting coming up on TSN.
Jock is ugly.
Oh, jeez.
James Wilder, look out! See ya! Touchdown! What a way to score your first CFL major! Gives it off to Wilder. And Wilder busts through. He may be gone. Wilder, touchdown! Breakout season continues for the Wild Thing.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change.
Quality to this place, a quality that's reflected in our people.
For me, it's our energy.
And our commitment to giving it our best with everything we do. Like Royale, made by a Canadian company.
We work to earn your trust every day with quality Royale products you can count on for every room in your home.
It's something we're all very proud of.
I'm proud. I'm proud.
Proud of Royale products. Proud that Royale is trusted by Canadians.
Royale, proud to be trusted by Canadians.
Following the crowd just isn't your style. You forge your own path, the road less traveled. And how does someone who sees the world your way choose to see the world? On an Avalon River Cruise, with experiences that are adventurous, unexpected, unhindered, unlike any other. Just like you. Visit your travel agent or avalonwaterways.ca to guarantee your stateroom now.
With the Canadian Tire Options MasterCard, make equal monthly payments on winter tires. No fees or interest.
Really?
Yep. Mind giving me a push? Whee! For a more affordable way to pay, Canadian Tire's got it. Nice model, huh?
Yeah.
The Canadian Tire Options MasterCard makes buying one easier with equal monthly payments. No fees or interest.
Cool.
Guess you won't be needing this. For a more affordable way to pay, Canadian Tire's got it.
When you look for things, when you search the polished showrooms, you are looking for me. Beyond status and capability, you are looking for me. And when you dream, you unknowingly dream of me. I am the end of your search. I am the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, the first sport utility vehicle created by Alfa Romeo.
Leonid Moshkovich of Winnipeg. You could win a $25,000 home theater package from Visions Electronics if a kickoff's returned for a touchdown in this game, thanks to Safeway Sobeys $1 Million Touchdown to Win promotion. And if it happens a second time, you could also win $1 million. Good luck, Leonid. Off to BMO Field in Toronto to Gord Miller and Matt Dunnigan.
On a beautiful October day in Southern Ontario, it's week 18 of the CFL season, continuing with the Toronto Argonauts bidding to take over first place once again in the East Division, taking on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who still have a mathematical chance to capture first place in the West.
For the fourth time this season, this man, S.J. Green, was a Shaw CFL top performer because of his contributions last week against Edmonton. 13 for 159 and a touchdown. He's the catalyst for this offense, and make no mistake about it, this man, Kevin Fogg, is going to be draped all over him, starting as strong side linebacker for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and replacing Mo Leggett. He, too, is a Shaw CFL top performer from last week.
Michael O'Shea, a Hall of Fame player for Toronto and Hamilton, has a chance to even his career record at 35-35. His Winnipeg team is won 4-5, hasn't lost back-to-back all year. Mark Trestman's Argos have lost back-to-back. In fact, their last 3 losses by a total of 8 points. A close loss again last week in Edmonton, but he talked about his team needing to be better in the key points in the game.
Last 2.5 minutes, all 3 of those losses happened, and often the case in the Canadian Football League is the last 3 minutes of any ball game is typically the most important.
Winnipeg won the toss, elected to defer, so the Argos will receive to open the first half. Martese Jackson from his 10-yard line. And Jackson, with a punt return for a touchdown in the first meeting this year, gets up to the 23-yard line, and that's where Ricky Ray and the Toronto offense will go to work.
Yeah, Ricky Ray is looking to establish the line of scrimmage. They got James Wilder Jr. back. Phenomenal running back. Less than half a football season, has been lighting up social media with his presence on the football field, his efforts.
And on first down, the give to Wilder. And Wilder gets out to about the 29-yard line for a gain of 5.
Yeah, when you look at this offense, obviously Ricky Ray, the veteran quarterback, he's got to establish that line of scrimmage because he's not very mobile, but James Wilder Jr. is a big part of doing that. Chris Van Zyl, he's going to be up against it all afternoon against some tough competition. Jackson Jeffcoat, Tristan Opalago.
Mark, the gain is 4. It's 2nd and 6, Toronto. Back to throw for the first time, complete. Jimmy Ralph's got the catch and a first down up to the 33-yard line.
Good to see Jimmy Ralph involved early. Here's the look at the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense. Jackson Jeffcoat, love this guy, tremendous motor, extremely talented off the edge, can pass rush and chase you down from behind. Sam Hurl in the middle between Kevin Fogg and Javon Santos Knox. On the back end, a ball hawk, T.J. Heath, who Toronto Argonaut fans are familiar with as he came over from that club last year late.
flag come down as Ricky Ray was trying to change that play. A time count violation against the Argonauts.
Something you don't see very
time
often.
Count violation. Toronto number 15. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
I'll tell you when it happens, Gord, it's just it's a thorn in your backside because you take pride in that as a quarterback, not letting that happen. And I know that it's attention to detail in Mark Trestman's camp, and Ricky Ray let that one get away from him.
Argos pass on first down more than any other team, and now facing 1st and 15. And Ray delivers the pass caught by Armonte Edwards, and Edwards gets out across the 40 to what the 41-yard line. Kevin Fogg is there to make the stop for Winnipeg. You mentioned Matt taking over for the injured Maurice Leggett.
Yeah, it's real simple. Zone concept. Ricky Ray sees this before the ball here. And he just sits down in the zone here. Ricky saw that, hit his third step, and ball was out. And next thing you know, they got the 5 yards back that they lost in time count violation.
Gain was 8, now 2nd and 7. Ray has time and throws. S.J. Green's got it, and Green's got a first down, lost the football. A fumble by S.J. Green, a mad scramble for it right close to midfield. And now the officials try to untangle this pile, and they'll say that the Argos did get it back. Looked like DeVere Posey might have saved the day for Toronto.
Yeah, S.J. Green's right here. He's simply going to run a nice little out cut right here and sit down. Nobody's there on him. Ricky Ray puts it on the money. Oh, he turned around, Fogg. That's not fair. S.J. Green's done that to a lot of people, but Fogg stays with the play and knocks the ball out.
First down, Toronto at the 52. Play fake to Wilder. Ray wanted to go deep, now throws it underneath, and the pass is incomplete for Jimmy Ralph. The coverage there by T.J. Heath, as you mentioned, Matt, was traded by Toronto to Winnipeg last year for quarterback Drew Willie.
Yeah. Worked out favorably for, I'd say, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yeah, pressure off the edge by Jackson Jeffcoat there. Forced Ricky Ray to dump it down. Couldn't get anything on it because Jeffcoat was in his kitchen.
On 2nd down, Ray back and throws, and the pass is caught by DeVere Posey. A flag comes down at the end of the play in the Argos offensive backfield. They'll mark him down at the 49-yard line, very close to a first down.
The passer, Winnipeg number 67. 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the play. First down.
And Corey Johnson called for roughing the passer.
Yeah, he's right here, and I don't know if you can see that, so I'll just put a bigger check on it. He's going to be late to the party. Oh, no. I missed that one, folks. But he got Ricky high, and boy, they got great field position now. Moving it on the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense has been giving him nothing but zone coverage, and a veteran quarterback like Ray is going to eat that up.
First down from the 33-yard line. Another play fake to Wilder. Swing it up to Edwards. Armonte Edwards has the catch, and more as he gets up to the 25-yard line. A gain of 8.
Armonte Edwards has absolutely been a phenomenal pickup for the Toronto Argonauts, and I thought it would be this offseason. When I saw that transaction, I said, oh, that's going to be interesting, because when this guy has the football, he can make magic happen. He's just absolutely just another tremendous athlete that's changed positions. Edwards from Appalachian State was a quarterback there, lit it up, and now he's playing a receiver, and every time he touches the ball, he's got a chance to go the distance.
Cody Fajardo and the short yardage offense come on for Toronto on 2nd and a yard and a half. And Fajardo busts through. Fajardo inside the 15 gets down to the 12. He's finally brought down there by Winnipeg's Brandon Alexander, but on a short yardage play, Fajardo picks up 11 yards.
And he's going to go left here, and absolutely phenomenal. And he's got ideas that he's going to take this to the house from the beginning. Look at him. He's just like, I got no resistance here. I'm going. Breaking tackles. Get out of my way. That's a big man to bring down. A third-year player from Nevada does that extremely well from underneath the center.
Toronto has stalled a lot in the red zone this year. The worst red zone conversion percentage in the league, right around 50%. Ray gives it off to Wilder, and Wilder busts his way in for a touchdown. That'll do it. 12-yard touchdown for James Wilder Jr., his third running score of the year. And the Argos take the ball down the field in their opening possession and score a touchdown.
Absolutely phenomenal play call and execution up front by the big boys. Getting it done. Brandon Washington going to come around and open up the hole for that man right there who's been lighting it up. Let's get up on that second level, get Santos, give him just a little bit of space, break that little shoestring tackle. Knife in there to the end zone.
So Wilder, who missed last week due to injury, in his 8 starts this year, Matt, the Argos average 99 rushing yards a game. When he doesn't start, down around 60. Liram Hajrullahu for the point after. He's not missed yet this year. And remains perfect. 31 for 31, and the Argos have a 7-0 lead in the early stages of the opening quarter. James Wilder Jr., the 25-year-old burgeoning star, has the opening points of this game.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Visit pizzahotline.ca to take advantage of our third down football deal. Get 3 medium pizzas with any 2 toppings of your choice and 6 cans of any Pepsi product, all for just $33.
Call now!
You have remarkable taste.
Yeah.
It's actually on...
Robitussin. To others, it's never just a cough.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
Just as Mark Trestman ordered up. Nice little drive to start the football game. S.J. Green, little slip, then a fumble. We're fortunate on that to recover it. Hustling the ball. Armani Edwards on a little swing onto the outside using his skill set. Cody Fajardo finding some room on a quarterback sneak, moving the chains. And then it's the big boys paving the way for James Wilder Jr. And that's the way to start a football game with the hometown Toronto Argonauts.
So a 10-play, 86-yard touchdown drive for the Argonauts, and now the Bombers will get the ball for the first time. And this is Chris Gibbons, a newcomer to their lineup. Making his CFL debut, returns the kickoff out to the 33-yard line. Matt Nichols and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Chance to clinch a home playoff game this afternoon and keep their dreams of first place alive in the CFL West.
This football season, play $1 Million Touchdown to Win at Safeway and Sobeys in Western Canada. Swipe your Air Miles card for your chance to win. Every time a touchdown is scored, you could win a Lagostina 14-piece cookware set, a Hoover Quest 1000 robot vacuum, or $250 to shop at Safeway or Sobeys. We'll also be awarding fabulous trips to Mexico. Shop and play at Safeway and Sobeys.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clearout. Clearout pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash on Rogue, with available intelligent around view monitor to help you park like a pro. $4,500 on Murano, and up to $6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent four-wheel drive, designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clearout.
Chunky soup, with its abundance of nourishing veggies and big pieces of seasoned meat. is good stuff you can feel good about. And when you feel good, who knows what kind of good you might do.
The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the CFL. Matt Nichols and the Bombers have been on a roll of late. We mentioned they've won 4 of their last 5. For Nichols, in his last 5 games, 8 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Hadn't lost to the Argonauts, too, as a starter. He's 4-0. Gord absolutely loves playing the Argos.
On first down, up to throw. Nichols has time, delivers, and Weston Dressler back in the lineup, makes the catch out to the 46-yard line, and the pickup is 15.
Why not just wear him out? Weston Dressler, Andrew Harris, those are your go-to guys right there. Get them back involved. Starts up front with your center, Tejas Gosen, doing all the checks up front, setting the alignment, setting the tone for Matt Nichols.
Play fake to Andrew Harris, throws the sidelines. The pass is incomplete for Chris Gibbons.
Yeah, and this Toronto defense, boy, it's been talk of the town all season long. Justin Tuggle off the edge can do a lot of plays, basically 4 or 5 positions for that defense. And Bear Woods, he's back in the lineup, leads the league in tackles, 85 in the middle on the back end. Got it. Kwasi Owasu-Ansah, big time, powerful, physical corner back in the lineup for the Argos defense.
Second down now from the 46. Here comes the blitz. Nichols delivers, and Dressler has it and is close to a first down as he crosses midfield.
Yeah, Weston Dressler, talking to Paul LaPolice, offensive coordinator for the Bombers prior to the game, says Weston, when he runs the play, everything just looks better. It just seems to fit and run smoother. That's as smooth as it gets right there. Out quickly, Nichols and Dressler on the same page, making that look very easy.
Bombers have been amazingly healthy until now without Darvin Adams and Maurice Leggett. On first down, here comes Andrew Harris. Harris spins off a tackle, keeps going, and fights his way for another first down to the Toronto 43-yard line, a pickup of 11 yards.
Yeah, this is something that Andrew Harris has just developed and absolutely brings to the table since his years in BC, and as he's been a Blue Bomber, he's just refuses to go down and breaks tackles and is relentless.
Moves the chains there as the Bombers put together an impressive opening march. Play fake by Nichols. Goes to the sidelines, and Dressler can't hang on. Oh, Dressler had nothing but yard straps ahead of him, but couldn't corral to the sideline. Brings up second down.
Nichols wanted to go to him right on the break, and Dressler was ready for it. And Nichols kind of held on to it a little bit to let the play develop. And then when it developed, Dressler ran out of room to the sidelines, and Nichols threw to his upfield shoulder and watch him turn his hips, and he just can't squeeze it right there. Well, that's one I know those two would like to have back, because that's an easy pitch and catch that they missed on right there.
Another 2nd and 10 for Winnipeg. 4-man rush. Nichols floats it out there. Fiola-Guidino makes the catch. Julian Fiola-Guidino down to the 33, very close to another Winnipeg first down.
No problem for Matt Nichols. He's still wearing that glove. Caused a bit of concern for Bomber fans across the league when he hurt his hand a couple weeks ago.
A modified glove with the index and middle finger cut out.
He could be onto something right there. That kind of best of both worlds. And had no problem throwing that wide side out to Julian Fiola-Guidino.
And it is a first down for Winnipeg, down to the Toronto 32. Here comes the blitz. Nichols stands in. Goes the other way. Flag comes down. The pass is incomplete for Harris. He couldn't quite squeeze it, but there is a flag at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, this is one. I can't believe Harris drops that ball, because it was feathered in there beautifully by Matt Nichols after he'd been interfered with by Bear Woods, the middle linebacker for the Toronto Argonauts. And there's the hold right there, because Harris is trying to go to the corner route. And well, that's some nice touch by Nichols. And Stoney right there. Andrew Harris just fought the feeling. Don't fight it, big boy. Relax and catch that football. Bear Woods, that's a tough spot. Any middle linebacker against a running back like Andrew Harris with his abilities. It's a one-on-one matchup you'll look to every time as a quarterback.
Haven't had the announcement on the penalty yet, but it looks like it was illegal contact on a receiver downfield.
Hey, Andrew, let's go.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty and a first down to the 22-yard line. Andrew Harris, by the way, needs to average.
Illegal contact on receiver. Toronto number 48. 10-yard penalty. First down.
It is Wood. So he needs to average 43 yards rushing and 61 yards receiving in remaining games to get 1,000 and 1,000.
First time that's ever been done or would have been done by a back in the Canadian Football League. He was able to make that happen. We've been watching that all season long and tribute to his abilities, versatility.
First down, Bombers just outside the 22. Here comes the blitz again. Nichols, pump fake, looks to the end zone, and the pass is intercepted, picked off by Mitchell White. A flag comes down. White off and running. Gets upended by Dressler at the 15-yard line. We'll see if this stands. And the penalty appears to be against Toronto.
Yeah, it's basically to the receiver that Mitchell White was covering. Illegal contact on receiver. Toronto number 12. 10-yard penalty.
So the
automatic first down.
Is on White.
Yeah, he's right here. And watch, White's covering the whole way. Where did the fall occur? Stutter step and gets spun around. White does, grabbing onto him, and then puts himself in position on his back hip to make the play on the football. Wouldn't have been there if he didn't touch it.
So back-to-back first downs for Winnipeg via illegal contact penalties against Toronto.
That was good calls by the officials. Easy calls to make.
First down now from just outside the 12. Here's Harris. Pulls his way down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 2. Robert Drummond came the closest to doing the double, 800 and 1,000, but Andrew Harris has a chance. We mentioned 43 yards rushing per game and 61 yards receiving. Winnipeg has BC at home next week, then closes out against Calgary.
Yeah, and you know, you think 43 yards rushing, that's not a lot. 61 yards receiving, you know, that's not too much to ask, but it is when you start talking about the structure of a football game. You go back to 2 weeks ago when Hamilton was playing in Winnipeg and handed it to him. Winnipeg never had the football. They didn't possess the football, so it's tough to get those yards when you don't have that opportunity. So things got to go your way to get to that
Travis Bond.
1K.
Travis Bond, injured for the Bombers, will step away and return to Toronto in a moment.
It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clearout. Clearout pricing on virtually all remaining 2017s, like up to 5,000 standard rate finance cash on road, with available intelligent ground view monitor to help you park like a pro. 4,500 on Murano and up to 6,000 on Pathfinder with intelligent four-wheel drive designed to automatically adapt to changing conditions. Or get 0% financing for 60 months on other select models. It's the final days of the Nissan Redline Clearout.
At Purelator, a package is never just a package. It's a promise. A commitment to causes bigger than yourself. And every once in a while, it's something that could even change a life. At Purelator, every package we deliver is a promise kept.
Hi, I'm Darvin. I lost my foot in a lawnmower accident.
Come on, come on.
Today I'm teaming up with the BC Lions to tell kids to play safe.
Cool lion.
Thank you. Go Lions!
What does a lion do?
Run.
Jump. Tackle. Roar. All right, Darvin.
Show me your roar.
Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the Warams.
Shaw Road to the Grey Cup continues with the Eskimos taking on the BC Lions tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, Brandon Zylstra, Jeremiah Johnson in that ad there. A couple explosive players. Both teams counting on them big time later on tonight.
Zylstra's been Mr. Clutch late for Edmonton.
Only receiver in the Canadian Football League to average over 100 yards receiving in every game he's played in. Phenomenal effort.
10th play of the drive for Winnipeg. 2nd and 8 from the 10. Here comes the rush. Here goes the throw. Caught. A flag comes down. And right near the goal line, the pass is caught by Fiola Godino. He should have enough for a first down. And the flag came down late in the offensive backfield for Winnipeg.
Major foul. Roughing the passer. Toronto number 5. Half the distance to the goal line. First down.
Jermaine Gabriel coming on the safety blitz, so move the ball down to the 1 now, and another penalty against Toronto.
Yeah, I believe it's Jermaine Gabriel. High hit on Nichols, and Nichols kind of ducks right there just a little bit, and then it's into the ear hole. And watch Fiola Godino come down in here, and he runs a hot route as he's got leverage on the DB trying to stay with him in motion. Nichols sees that. That's on the front shoulder. I think that's a walk-in touchdown. Ball was thrown a little bit behind him, probably because of pressure. From Jermaine Gabriel.
Dan Lefebvre, the short yardage offense on for Winnipeg. Empty backfield. Lefebvre on the left-hand side. He'll walk right in. 2 impressive possessions for these two teams. They both score the first time they have the football. And the Bombers drive the ball downfield, get some help from penalties, and Dan Lefebvre punches it in for his 5th touchdown of the year.
We boys in the studio right now are going, Fever, Las Vegas. That's what they're saying right now, I guarantee it. And having a good time in that Studio 6 there in Scarborough, and that's a walk-in. Pressing drive by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, answering the Toronto Argonauts, saying, all right, anything you can do, I can do better. That was well done. Also aided by a few penalties by the opposition there. So good start for both these teams here.
Justin Medlock for the point after. And it is good. Late in the opening quarter, there have been but 2 possessions. And the Bombers answer the Argos with Dan Lefebvre strolling in to tie the game.
Get a Rogue with up to $5,000 standard rate finance cash, or finance from 0% for up to 60 months.
In my business, you've got to use quality equipment. Using anything else would be taking an unnecessary risk. That's the reason we use Bell. We can count on their network to keep our business golden.
With blazing fast fiber internet, advanced phone services, data security, and more, you can depend on Bell to keep your business connected. Do more and make more on Canada's largest fiber optic network.
11 plays, 79 yards for the Bombers, capped off by Dan Lefebvre's 1-yard run against the Toronto defense that's been pretty solid. A Winnipeg defense, mind you, that has some changes this week. Here's Matthew Shinetti with more.
Absolutely, Gord. Maurice Leggett is out. He's on the 1-game injured list. And, of course, there's Jamal Westerman's long-term injury. He's on the 6-game injured list. And Kevin Fogg is back on the defense. And we spoke to him yesterday. He talked about the focus and the buy-in, not just from those who are active and playing for the Bombers, but also those who are injured, like Leggett, like Westerman. And the one thing that Fogg said, in the meeting room right now, there is an understanding from everybody and a buy-in to a level that everyone is making sure everybody else is aware of the details. One thing Fogg said was yesterday is even someone like Jamal Westerman, he comes in, he's still in meetings every day on schedule. He's not practicing, but he's making sure everybody is locked in. So if we have an injury like Maurice Leggett, when I come back in or anybody else has to step up, we're all ready to go. Guys.
Fogg had a huge day against Toronto last year. Here, he had 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery in a Winnipeg win. Bombers have won 3 straight. Won the first meeting this year, 33-25. Held the Argos, led an offensive touchdown. But they've got one already here this afternoon. The ball bounces in front of Martese Jackson. And now Jackson moves up the sideline and is forced out of bounds by Shane Gauthier of the Blue Bombers. And this was last week. Maurice Leggett was only on short yardage because Darvin Adams had been hurt. A non-contact injury, down he goes, torn Achilles tendon.
Yeah, so that one game's going to be maybe creeping into next year during training camp. It's usually 6 months minimum to overcome on that.
I know I did mine when I was playing, able to come back 6 months later to the day 100%, but they're happy to have Kevin Fogg filling in some big shoes and Mo Lincoln.
First down, Argos from their 35. They fake to Wilder. Ray up and throwing. The pass is caught and off and running is Toronto's DeVere Posey. Posey stiff arms the safety, Taylor Loeffler, but not before a gain of 55 yards for DeVere Posey.
Well, this is nicely thrown. This is what putting the ball on the money. He's right there. DeVere Posey just taking off, running a nice route there. A little dig, little 7 route. Ball's out in front, gives him a chance to run. Taylor Loeffler takes the right angle as Javon Santos Knox is in pursuit, and they bring him down, not before a big gain by Posey.
And right back to the red zone go the Argos. First down just inside the 20. To the ground to Wilder. Wilder busting through. Spins around and gets down to the 6-yard line for a Toronto first down. Gain of 14.
Well, coming in this ball game, both these defenses pretty salty, highly respected, and haven't seen much of it. It's been the big boys up front protecting the quarterbacks. Run games are on fire, and so are these quarterbacks. These offenses are lighting up these defenses right now.
So first and goal, Toronto from the Winnipeg 6-yard line. Ray to the corner of the end zone. The pass is incomplete for S.J. Green. Coverage there from T.J. Heath. Brings up second and goal from the 6.
Yeah, this is it's not one of SJ's best here. This is a speed cut move. Watch, he's going to run up here and say, "Tag, you're it," and the defensive back is just going to drape all over him. You got to run around. You just don't go up there and introduce yourself to him. He made his cut too, sir. That was wasn't one of his best. Easy to defend if you're a halfback in that situation there. Say thank you very much, SJ. Made life easy on me.
Now back to Green in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete out of his reach as Brandon Alexander's on the coverage. And it brings up third and goal for the Argonauts. And on come, well, not just yet, Hyverlaw, who is going to come on, but Mark Trestman might be going for it here.
Ricky Ray goes right back to him, runs the corner as everybody else is running underneath routes here to try to develop that area and open it up on the backside. Bang, there's underneath routes, ball over the top. Oh, it's not one you see them miss very often.
So an aggressive call here by Trestman. He pulls the field goal unit off the field, and they'll gamble on third and goal from the 6.
I like it.
Ray has time to the goal line. Touchdown, Declan Cross has his 4th touchdown of the year. The gamble pays off as the Argos hit the end zone.
Declan Cross coming out of the backfield, beautifully done. 4th touchdown of the season, 31st catch on the year. They love him in that position.
Oakville native, played at McMaster University. A 5-play, 75-yard drive. DeVere Posey with 55 yards of it on the first play. And a Hyverlahu for the point after, and he's got it. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns so far in the football game.
This is timing, pitch and catch. Gotta love Declan Cross. Accepting that roll. He's right here out of the backfield, just going to run a speed cut out here. Basically line up. Look, Kevin Fogg is in a trail position, and he kind of gets confused at the man crossing his face. Ricky Ray says, "Thank you." That's all day. That's on Kevin, just not playing a strong side linebacker position enough this year. He's a certainly better cover man than that, but somebody crossed his face, put him on his heels, and Declan Cross took advantage of it and was out of his break, and the ball was in the air. That's an easy touchdown.
All glory to God. That's what I play. Look at this. Look at the whole line right there, man.
Yeah. Spread the love. He knows where his bread is buttered. Literally.
Texas right there. Let's go Argo football.
Well said. Toronto 151 net yards so far in the football game. Ricky Ray knocking on the door for 5,000 yards in the season and 60,000 for his career.
Yes, I love it.
Gibbons gives it off to Fogg. And the Argos saw that coming. Jermaine Gabriel forced him out as Fogg gets out to the 27-yard line.
I don't understand that. Ball's kicked on the left hash of the football field or quadrant of the football field. Everybody takes them that way. So you've got basically 24 players from the left hash to the boundary, and then they run the reverse right back into where everybody's at. Well defended. Let's just say that. Sure.
From the 27, play fake for Dressler, the front of field to Gattino. And he makes the catch out to the 32-yard line. Stop is made by Toronto's Cassius Vaughn. This was last week. Darvin Adams against the BC Lions. Blocked by Thompson. Which loss is bigger for Winnipeg, Adams or Leggett?
Well, that's, I mean, you saw that Declan Cross touchdown. You might be inclined to say Mo Leggett.
Second down, Nichols throws in behind Dressler. And we will have our first 2 and out of the football game.
And the true vertical stretch and deep threat for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, having a career season for them this year. And
11 catches of 30-plus yards.
Yeah, that's that vertical threat I was talking about. And they're hoping that that person or those players today can be LaDamian Washington and a guy by the name of Chris Givens from Wake Forest, who logged 60 games in the National Football League, looking for some production in the absence of Darvin Adams.
Martese Jackson with a punt return for a touchdown in the first meeting this year. That's wrapped up quickly by Ian Wild. A flag comes down for no yards. That'll improve Toronto's field position. 31 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Ricky Ray is having himself an afternoon already.
Yeah, and to get a 2 and out there is complimentary football. You hear that term often in the Canadian Football League and football in general lately, and that's beautiful because this offense is hot. Give it right back to them. Get a 2 and out. That's what they did. And good field position, and Ricky Ray's back on the football field.
Holding. Toronto number 75.
Wow.
No yards. No yards. Toronto, Winnipeg number 8. That was a 15-yard penalty. We're going to go up 5 yards from where possession was gained, and first down Toronto.
All right, so the Argos will start at their 48-yard line. Ricky Ray 7 for 10 for 108 yards in the opening quarter, which still has 30 seconds to go.
How many yards did you say?
108.
Well, these conditions are ideal. Last night at McMahon and Calgary, not so much.
No. First down, option.
I like it.
Flip it off for Martese Jackson. He's got blockers in front of him, and Jackson crosses midfield, gets to the Winnipeg 53-yard line, a gain of 9.
Taylor Loeffler read that. I like it. Give him the opportunity. He's going to come. I believe he's going to come from right over here, right over the top, and watch Taylor Loeffler here as he's got to get up the field here. Bang. Gotta love it. Watch Taylor. Open field tackle on Martese Jackson. That's not easy. That is special right there. 2 special athletes, 1 offense, 1 defense colliding at midfield.
Second and short. Fajardo comes on, and Fajardo another good gain on short yardage. Inside the 50 down to the 49 for a gain of 5. And the Argo drive will continue as we have reached the conclusion of the opening 15 minutes. Lots of offense on both sides of the football. The Argonauts with a 14-7 lead. And when we come back, you'll see our beautiful pink bow ties here in Toronto.
I was on a school field trip and I tripped over my own feet.
CTV Monday.
I'm treating your son. He has a brain tumor behind the inner ear.
Sean, that boy, he looks exactly like your brother.
It might not be cancer.
Do you have any idea how unlikely it
He
is?
says whatever I have might be treatable.
But it means telling the parents of a dying child that there's hope, when really there isn't.
doesn't he have the right to know the truth?
The Good Doctor, all new, Monday at 10/8 Mountain on CTV.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
We are a league as diverse as a country. A league of Jacksons and Kwongs, Eliminians and Messams, Moscas, Custuses, Sinopolis, Shigers, and Burrises. A league of Reeds, Reiches, O'Sheas, and Owusu-Ansas. A league where what makes each of us different makes all of us stronger.
Here are the numbers through the opening 15 minutes of play. 164 total yards for the Argonauts, 64 for the Blue Bombers. The first 3 possessions in this football game resulted in touchdowns. The Argos with a pretty good edge in possession. Gordon Miller back with Matt Dunnigan. What do you think?
I think we're looking pretty sharp thanks to Dion Neck. We're one of Canada's finest leaders in that department, and former Ware and John Matthew Dacus at Ancaster Westbrook out there does a fabulous job for us year in, year out in support of cancer, women's breast cancer awareness. And this is our Pink Week, and we're supporting that. And everybody on Team TSN is sporting these, and happy to do so for a cause that affects so many. And for those who have been affected, we wish you the best. And for those that are dealing with it now, continued support.
First down Argos from the 49-yard line. Ricky Ray has time, delivers, and the pass is caught down the 35-yard line by Solomon Jr. Green.
Don't hear that very often. It's just SJ, as they know him fondly here in these parts, and all across the leagues are respected because the way he goes about taking care of business, and he's very humble, detailed, and that's usually the result right there, catching balls in front of defensive backs.
Career high 1,300 yards plus coming in. And on first down, straight up and throwing again. He's got Armani Edwards, and Edwards gets down to the 25-yard line for another Toronto first down.
Armani is happy to give way to his counterpart, S.J. Green, who's been leading us all. Look at him climbing up those ranks. Only 3 catches away.
The record, however, likely out of reach.
I would think so. Pinball, absolutely phenomenal doing that a couple of times. And Mookie Mitchell, 160. I think that was Bell throwing the ball to him. Wasn't it all that?
98?
Yeah.
Would that be Flutie?
No, he was 96, 97.
Oh, you're right.
That meant Kerwin Bell.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
They're going to mark him just short of a first down at the 25-yard line. You mentioned Armani Edwards was a very good quarterback.
It's an understatement. Appalachian State.
Well, they pulled off one of the biggest upsets in college football history. They beat Michigan in the Big House. Michigan was ranked number 5 in the country. Appalachian State was there to be bag holders, and they walked out with a win.
I mean, any given Sunday, right?
Or Saturday.
Or Friday, depending on what level of football you're playing and where.
So now, second and short for the Argos at the 25.
Yeah, again, moving the football, got the Winnipeg defense on their heels in a beautiful afternoon here. Ricky Ray's feeling it.
Ray, lots of time, throws, and the pass is caught once again by Declan Cross, and the fullback has a first down to the 16-yard line. Declan Cross had only 1 carry on the year, but now 32 catches.
Yeah, I think Ray, they're using him in that department. This is simple. Ray's got receivers all over the football field, but I think he's already decided he wants Declan on a little check down right there.
We saw this with Mark Trestman and Marcus Brady in Montreal, the use of the fullback as a receiver primarily.
Yes. Well, it's high percentage throws. You know, they miss Anthony Coombs in that role.
There's Wilder now running into that pile, just pushing it down to about the 11-yard line.
Hard to miss James Wilder Jr. out there. JWJ just moving the pile. Got his pink spats on, the gloves.
By the way, the Argo quarterback in 1998 was Kerwin Bell.
Yes.
Well said. The last time the Argos led the league in passing yards was 97 with Doug Flutie. And Toronto enters this week leading the league in passing yards this season.
I don't think they're going to catch Flutie that year, though, because he threw for 5,700 yards in 97, and he averaged 414 a game. That's ridiculous.
Second and 5 from the 11. Ray has it batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Man, lucky it was.
That was Kyle Knox. And it brings up third down.
Yeah, it's absolutely exactly what Winnipeg needed. I believe the man is going to get it is right here and get the arms up because S.J. Green's got an easy touchdown in the end zone.
Now, Matt, we saw this on the 3rd and 6 play where the Argos sent the field goal on, then kept the offense on. They're going to gamble here again on 3rd and 5 from the 11.
Feeling it. Pitch and catch. Don't be shy. Just pressure from Winnipeg.
Or they're trying to draw him offside here.
No. Ricky double checked there.
Get the play off in time. Here comes the blitz. Race down. He's lost the football. And the Bombers will take over at their 25-yard line. Ricky Ray loses his 5th fumble of the year. It's recovered by Trent Corney. So the Argos gamble, and the Bombers turn them away.
What do newcomers bring to Canada? Beauty. Laughter. Pride. And, in J.W. Sobey's case, grocery stores. For 150 years, newcomer families have brought a lot to Canada. The Sobey family is humbled to have been one of them.
I will make my farm a true reflection of me. A public display of my passion. There's so much riding on every field, every decision. I've learned to place my respect where it is deserved, and my trust where it is earned. And to be honest, as much as this place depends on me, we all depend on it. I will take pride.
For the second year in a row, Kia has ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power, receiving more awards than any other brand. So we're bringing you the Top Quality Celebration event. Visit your Kia dealer and experience the quality for yourself. Go to kia.ca for great offers.
Javon Santos-Knox is right in the middle. He comes right over the center. He's right here. Now watch, this is pretty simple stuff. You can just go a left call here. Everybody's got a man, and then Wilder will have a Loeffler coming out the edge. Everybody's blocked up, but they don't make the call. 3 go to the left. Wilder's caught looking, and he's a little late to the party, and Santos-Knox is all over Ricky Ray.
Andrew Harris with the first down carry up to the 30-yard line for a gain of 5. So twice in this first half, Toronto coach Mark Trestman has gambled on 3rd and more than 5 yards. The first gamble resulted in a touchdown. The second results in a turnover. Argos continue to lead by a touchdown.
Yeah, it was big. I like the gamble, and you can see it coming from a mile away. They're bringing pressure that didn't work out for the Argos, and Winnipeg's happy for it.
2nd and 5. Nichols up and throwing, and the pass is caught. And that's Gibbons with his first CFL catch. And it should be good for a first down. It is. He gets out to the 38-yard line. Gibbons played 60 games for the Baltimore Ravens in the NFL.
That's a big second down conversion there.
Now Harris gets stacked up right away as that Argo defense converged quickly on him. And that's Lyndon Gaydosh who led the tacklers.
Justin Tuggle's in on that as well.
Bear Woods in there.
Just having a party over there.
So no gain in the play at 2nd and 10 for the Bombers. They lead the league in completion percentage. They lead in rushing yards. They've thrown the fewest interceptions, and they've committed the fewest penalties.
And they're 11-4 because of it. And they're good on the road.
Nichols stands in again, has time and throws. And the pass caught by LaDamian Washington. Washington gets about 5 out to the 44-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down now for the Bombers, who can clinch a home playoff game, which will be their first since 2011. Winnipeg has played just 3 home playoff games in the last 14 years. Now forced to punt here. And Martese Jackson back to receive. Medlock looks for the sidelines and gets it. Ball rolls out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 14-7, the Argonauts lead the Blue Bombers on the CFL on TSN.
Kia has ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power, receiving more awards than any other brand. So we're bringing you the Top Quality Celebration event. Visit your Kia dealer and experience the quality for yourself. Go to kia.ca for great offers.
Hey, Jerry, what's up? You look stressed.
Oh, you know, problems with our international shipping as usual.
What, still?
Yep, but I'm doing my best not to let it get to me.
Is it working?
No, it's not.
What about switching to FedEx? It's the reliable way to ship internationally.
Your path is now clear.
Oh, thank you, Guru.
This isn't the system for farmers who need perfect conditions. This is the system for Mother Nature's challenges, for wet and for weedy. Because this is real life in the West, and you can't sit around and wait for conditions to improve. The way we see it, you have 2 options. You can wait to work, or you can get to work. Our vote is option 2. Genuity Roundup Ready Canola. Real life ready.
Coming at halftime on the GMC Professional Grade Playbook, Henry Burris now checking down. Pays big.
Well, yeah. He knows he played forever, and he over 60,000 yards in his career. Won Grey Cups. He knows the importance of having those checkdowns so the ball can get out of your hands so you don't get beaten on by those big boys up front.
Toronto has reached the red zone each of its first 3 possessions. Scored twice. And now Ray screens it. And the pass falls in the feet of Wilder.
Yeah, Winnipeg just dialing up the pressure here late, and you saw it on that 3rd and 5 gamble down there, and Javon Santos Knox was in Ricky Ray's lap because of confusion up front and the blocking scheme that Toronto didn't execute, and there on a screen, more pressure disrupts that.
I haven't seen a lot of second long for Toronto so far this afternoon.
And the first drive, there were a couple, and they converted on it because they saw a soft zone. Here's some pressure off the edge right here.
Here comes the blitz. Ray throws, and the pass caught by Ralph. He'll be short of a first down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 7.
Yeah, this is just pressure off the edge. You can see it. And Ricky Ray, he's got a check down here. He's coming right here. Ricky Ray's going to just use the check down in that soft hole there, but defense plays everything underneath, rallies to the football. Toronto's forced to punt.
Kevin Fogg back to receive. Took one back for a touchdown last week against BC. Fogg at his 32-yard line. And gets bundled up right away. And there to make the stop for Toronto on the special teams play was Justin Tuggle. Toronto still up by 7 here at home.
Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed? You can when it's designed for you, the driver. The new Mazda 3.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
Forty Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
Being King Midas, I expect the best of everything. You should too.
And we got all the top brands of tires for winter.
Yes, indeed. Take these Michelin tires, for example. Or these Goodyear tires over here.
We got more in the back.
Visit Midas and get a free winter maintenance package with the purchase and installation of 4 tires. Free service includes oil change, tire rotation, brake check, and more. Trust the Midas touch.
Andrew Harris and Bear Woods have renewed acquaintances here this afternoon so far. Here's Matthew Shanae from the sideline.
Gord, there is a list that Bear Woods has. He tells us about it sometimes, but the players that he respects so much in the league, Zach Galera on that list, Jerome Messon's on that list, and of course Andrew Harris is on that list as well. When we spoke to him yesterday, he said he was getting ready for this matchup because of the intensity with which Harris runs, and he pointed out this year that Harris is running stronger than he has in years past, and that he's looking forward to the contact.
Nichols looking over the top, and Dressler makes the catch. A falling Weston Dressler clicked heels with Toronto's Akwasi Owusu-Ansah, but still makes the catch and gets down to the 28-yard line for a gain of 43.
This is slow developing play. Matt Nichols half roll to his left and just to draw the defense a little bit, and there you see the stumble, but he continues to maintain his focus and in Weston Dressler style and fashion comes up with an incredible catch.
First down, Winnipeg at the Toronto 28-yard line. Play fake, Weston Dressler again, and Dressler's got room to run.
He's gone.
And Dressler, touchdown. Runs away from Troy Davis, and it's a 2-play drive for Winnipeg.
Dressler.
And just like that, he's got 4 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown here in the first half. Welcome back to the lineup.
Everything works better with Dressler. Little hitch screen. Faked fly sweep. Kick out by Hardrick. No contest. Winnipeg's in the end zone. Got a chance to tie this up.
Dressler had 7 catches for 109 yards in the first, meaning he missed the last 3 games. 7 total this year. But with Adams out, a much-needed return for Winnipeg. And now a chance to tie the football game. And Medlock puts it through. Well, the 32-year-old native of Bismarck, North Dakota. Played his college football in his home state. And in his 10th CFL season.
Hey, what's up, Darvin? We miss you, buddy.
Saying hi to Darvin Adams.
Yeah. I mean, this is making it look easy here. Following, making an incredible catch. 2 plays, 71 yards. All Nichols to Dressler. That is vintage Weston. Last time these 2 teams played, he had 7 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown. He's going to surpass that possibly here in the first half. Pitch screen there. Beautiful kick out by Hardrick. Right, watch him. Bang.
And Cleon Lang and Troy Davis had no chance.
No, that's just cheating right there.
So now a tie football game, and you think about the gamble by Mark Trestman on 3rd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the shoulda, woulda, couldas.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, I like to be. We're not talking about the one that he converted on when Declan Cross went in the end zone. That was a 3rd and goal. You talked about them struggling in the red zone, being the worst in that department in the Canadian Football League. They're trying to do something about it.
Martese Jackson from the 5-yard line. And Jackson got spun around, spins around again, and goes a long way to get the 25-yard line. Finally brought down there by Kyle Knox.
So after that quick drive by the Winnipeg offense, Matt Nichols going to work with Weston Dressler, who he's happy to have back in the lineup. This defense got a little bounce to the step now. Hustles out on the football field, see if they can't get a quick 2-and-out here. Put that offense back on the field.
Argos start at their own 24-yard line. And here's Wilder bouncing outside, forced back in. And the pursuit caught up to him as the tackle is made by T.J. Heath. Well, Wilder's had quite a up and down year for the Toronto Argonauts. Been in and out of the lineup due to injury, but last 4 games, 717 total yards. In back-to-back weeks when healthy, Matty rushed for 331 yards. Has the longest run on the CFL this year of 85 yards against Montreal.
How about that? 10.2 yards a touch. It's not difficult getting the football.
Game was 4, 2nd and 6. They throw it underneath, and the pass is caught by Malcolm Williams. Williams marked down to the 33-yard line. He'd be a yard short of a Toronto first down. And the short yardage team coming on again as the Argos will gamble on 3rd and a yard.
Fajardo's out there.
Well, Fajardo's been getting 5 yards per sneak so far, so why wouldn't you?
Good point. Right, he's just been, his eyes aren't even on the line of scrimmage. His eyes are in the secondary looking for potential support.
This is 3rd and a full yard. Off the right side, and he ran smack into that Winnipeg defense, including Thomas Miles, the middle linebacker. They're marking him just shy of the 35-yard line. He should have enough, and does, for a Toronto first down.
That was well done on both sides. Thomas Miles filling as quickly as he possibly could. Look at this look. This is beautiful. Miles is just standing in the hole waiting on him. Wow. And the only reason why Fajardo got it is he got just a little bit lower in pad level than Thomas Miles.
Back to first down. Play fake for Wilder. Ray throwing the pass incomplete for Green, and there was Taylor Loeffler.
Yeah, just making sure that SJ knew that he was around. Read that one beautifully from depth and came in a hurry, and that ball was behind SJ, and he was kind of caught in an awkward position, and Loeffler put one in his back. Watch Taylor come from depth. Middle of the football field, sees it. His back's exposed, and Taylor says hello.
Now 2nd down from just inside the Toronto 35-yard line. 4-man rush. Ray has time, pulls it down, directing traffic, and now throws to the sidelines, almost intercepted. T.J. Heath and Brian Walker there on the coverage.
Well, it wasn't a 2-and-out, Gord, but that was solid defense by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, getting their offense back on the field, forcing Ray to his left. He's trying to extend the play. Well, that's Heath out there looking to get another one.
Play blown dead before Liram Hairolahu gets that away, the former Winnipeg Blue Bomber.
T.J. Heath, 5 interceptions on the season, 7 last year, 2 in Toronto, 5 in Winnipeg. Flipped that, 5 in Toronto, 2 in Winnipeg last year, and he's got 5 on this year. Just a ball hawk along with Chris Randall in that Winnipeg secondary.
Fogg takes the punt at his 37-yard line. And can't get by that first wave as the tackle is made by Toronto's Brian Jones. So no return to the play, and look what's coming up.
Anybody you want me to pick on? I'll get some dirt. Just let me know.
Keep doing what you're doing, all right? You're fine.
I told you.
The exit that way. That's the exit. Why is it so quiet?
The next edition of CFL Wired came right Tuesday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Saskatchewan flipped the script on that, didn't they? Yeah. That's going to be a different CFL Wired following week.
Andrew Harris, the first down carry, finds his way close to the 40-yard line. And the tackle made there by Toronto's Akeem Jordan. Terrence Plummer also in to make the stop. So now it's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 for the Bombers. Things have settled down here a bit for the defenses in the second quarter. 3:45 to go in the first half. A tie football game. Lots of the line for both teams. Nichols throws, pass caught by LaDamian Washington, and Washington stopped up short of a Winnipeg first down, or was he? No, they'll mark his forward progress out to the 47-yard line. That'll be enough for a Winnipeg first down. Akwasi Owusu-Ansah there to make the stop.
Yeah, they're happy to have him back in the lineup. Very physical defender. Played this relatively well. Nichols and LaDamian just a little bit better in their execution, knowing where their sticks were, moving the chains.
Play fake to Harris. Nichols has time, has a man clearance Denmark, but he's well covered as he has Cassius Vaughn with him step for step. And we've reached the 3-minute warning in Toronto. A 14-14 tie. The Bombers driving late in the first half.
The animals are coming. So, be ready. At Fountain Tire, get a set of 4 select Goodyear tires for the price of 3. Offer ends October 28th.
Whether you do early work, heavy work, or homework, we're here for the hard-working. That's why we offer installment loans up to $15,000. Apply online today or visit your local Money Mart.
With the help of fans like you, Purolator and the CFL have delivered millions of pounds of food to those less fortunate. Yet, there's a need for so much more. Because this is how much food it takes to feed the hungry in Canada. For just one day. Visit PurelatorTackleHunger.com to learn more. Together, tackling hunger is a promise we can all deliver.
What made 2 guys build race car engines in their own shop? What made a performance engineering company think that putting race car engines in luxury sedans was a good idea? Or that they could take on the elite in world motor racing and win? We may never truly understand what drives Mercedes-AMG, but here's to another 50 years of it. Mercedes-AMG, half a century of driving performance.
Back in the studio, getting set for halftime. The sound you hear are 2 men thinking about football, getting ready to talk about football. Declan Cross, Weston Dressler, the Edmonton Eskimos later today at BC Place. We're talking football. You need the rim lowered there, Milt. Let's go back to Gordon. Matty.
They didn't have that basketball there last night. I kept telling Milt he was able to dunk it last night. It's a 7-foot rim, Milt. I said, no, it's not. That's 10 feet.
Second down, Nichols to Dressler, makes the catch for a first down. Rico Murray throws him down hard, and that'll be a roughness penalty on Rico Murray. That's going to move the ball further to the Toronto goal line. And Weston Dressler, a player who has been into the lineup with injury this year.
That's a great timing by Nichols and Dressler. We're seeing it this entire first half, and this is just uncalled for by Murray. Well, it's just a face plant. And I mean, you could break a guy's neck doing that right there.
Foul. Unnecessary roughness. Toronto number 20. 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the play, and a first down for Winnipeg.
If you watch Weston Dressler, he goes right up to the Argo bench. I believe it's Marcus Brady on the sidelines, and just kind of gives him an earful because I think he's closest to him, and Dressler not happy with that, and rightfully so.
So it moves the ball down to the Toronto 35-yard line. The Argos were really hurt by penalties in their last 2 losses, those close losses.
Yeah, ever since that 3rd and 5 and the goal there, that the gamble, and they missed out on it, and Ray got sacked. It's been all Winnipeg for the last 10 minutes. Great field position here.
2:45 to go. Flip it now to Dressler. The round he comes.
Oh, that's clean.
Again.
That's clean. That's the way to play football.
And that is a huge hit by Cassius Vaughn right at the sidelines on Weston Dressler.
Nothing wrong with that. Little sweep, use your speed. Listen to it. That's what I'm talking about. Just like crossing the street. Semi.
Gain was 2. 2nd and 8. Nichols Stands in, throws for Harris. And Harris is cut down on a great open field tackle by Owusu Ansah. He'll be short of a first down, and the field goal unit will come on for Winnipeg.
That's great open field tackle.
Corey Chamberlain,
he's liking it too.
Defensive coordinator and assistant head coach for Toronto.
Well, that's answering the bell there, not letting him get any closer, forcing a long Medlock field goal attempt.
So Medlock will try it from just inside the 40-yard line. He's 32 of 34 inside the 40 this season. Jackson's going to bring it out. A flag comes down, and Jackson gets pinned down to the 9-yard line. Another flag comes down. So 2:02 to go here in the first half. Medlock with the miss. And now we'll see what the flags are about. One's in the end zone, and Jackson's up limping for Toronto.
That's not good. He's a special player that is instant field position off for these Argonauts, and see him limping off is not a good sign. Already missing Anthony Coombs, who I mentioned earlier in the telecast. Bring that back up because similar type of ball players, very explosive, and Martese Jackson making a name for himself this year in the return game.
It's a holding call against Toronto and an illegal block. The hold was in the end zone right there.
Yeah, I believe it's right here.
And then the illegal block right there.
That's pretty easy to see right there at the point of contact. Ball carrier. Can't do that in the back. Got to be better than that and more discipline on special teams. Easier said than done when guys are running, trying to compete, making things happen, and for some reason
so
they short circuit the point of contact.
Prue explaining it now to Michael O'Shea. Which penalty do you want to accept?
One in the end zone.
Well, you'd think, right?
Yeah. I think that would change things dramatically.
During the return, holding Toronto number 39. The foul occurred in goal while the ball was in goal. The penalty will be applied from the 10-yard line, back half the distance, first down Toronto. Also, we had an illegal block against Toronto number 98. That penalty is declined. First down Toronto at the 5.
There you go. And meantime, Jackson being attended to with appears to be a right knee injury.
Well, that is not a good sign at all moving forward towards the end of this football season for the Argonauts.
He's got 3 return touchdowns for the Argos this year. All 3 of their return TDs have come from him.
Now, good time for the Bombers to stiffen defensively. If you're the Argonauts, trying to get out of your zone here and not allow Winnipeg with good field position.
From the goal line, Ricky Ray has time, looks over the top, he's got a man, the pass is caught. And DeVere Posey with instant field position for Toronto gets out of the 42-yard line for a gain of 37.
This is only kind of moves you're going to get a veteran like Randall right here to the short side of the field. Just a little hesitation right there. Chris settles. There's the separation, and the ball's delivered on the money by Ricky Ray.
Ohio State product. First down, Toronto at its 42-yard line. Ray has time again, slings it there for Wilder. And Wilder gets away from Sam Hurl, but then gets buried by Loeffler.
Yeah, just a little check down there by Ricky Ray. We'll see some more of that explained to us by Henry Burst at halftime. You know, DeVere Posey had good things to say about S.J. Green and his teammate. Posey's already over 100, 3 for 103.
Ray fires, and Armani Edwards close to midfield. Has a first down for Toronto. So now the field position part has been solved. Now the Argos looking for some points.
You're absolutely right, Gord. Now they, continue to be aggressive here. Now they've got out of the back of their own end zone, and boy, they got Winnipeg on their heels late in the first half.
Four-man rush. Ray stands in, drops it off to Wilder, and Wilder gets about 9 into Winnipeg territory at the 47-yard line. Mark at the 48. Jake Thomas there to help make the stop on Wilder.
Another opportunity for Ricky Ray to check it down. Check down means receivers pushing upfield, and you got backs underneath the defense. Just check it down.
Give it off to Wilder, and Wilder picks up the first down easily as he gets down to the 43-yard line. Lots of time on the clock here for Toronto.
No question.
And a drive that began at their 5-yard line.
Clock stops after every play. Last 3 minutes here in the Canadian Football League. Blowing in on the whistles.
Here comes the blitz. Fogg goes right by Ray, and now being chased down from behind. He is dropped by T.J. Heath.
Yeah, and Ricky Ray thinks he's escaped pressure, and he does a nice job of it, but around the horn goes T.J. Heath, and Ricky sees him late, and he's just like, uh-oh, I got company.
Heath had 2 interceptions in the first meeting.
Abort.
Second and long. Screen it off to Wilder. He's got a convoy in front of him. He got a huge block from Brandon Washington. He's forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line to be well short of a Toronto first down. Now
it's like 3rd and 4. We've seen Trestman go for it twice in the first half.
And I think he is again.
Now it looks like
well, hang on.
Haralahu coming out.
He's looking, and now
They got a man down
injured
there.
Bomber on the play. You saw Trestman say to Haralahu, hold on a second. Entering this week, the Argos had 38 possessions that started inside their own 20-yard line. They'd scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, this could have been a lot worse for Chris Randall. It's good to see him walk off because DeVere Posey on the screen, you saw him go down right there. Close look at it. Right in front of your screen. He goes low, and you can see it right there. He just kind of clips him. Luckily, that leg was not stuck in the turf, and Randall got it out of the way. It's a nice clean block by Posey. Excellent block.
So now Haralahu will try the field goal from the 44-yard line. Cody Fajardo is the holder. And
more whistles.
The 20-second clock hadn't been reset. Now it is. And Haralahu now heading back to the Toronto sideline. Nope. Going to take his tee and go home for a minute there.
If that happens, then we got a problem.
3rd and 4. And Haralahu to give Toronto the lead again. Fogg back in case he misses. And Haralahu line drives that. He moves to the right. And Fogg's going to bring it out. Fogg's got some room to run. Kevin Fogg still going. Has a block, gets away from Haralahu, and gets down to the 47-yard line. Finally tripped up there by the holder, Cody Fajardo. But the Bombers off the miss get the ball into Toronto territory.
That's sweet. Kevin Fogg. Little pick. Timely pick, and then this. An 88-yard punt return to the house.
But that counted. This return is going to come back. There's a penalty in the play against Winnipeg.
Number 45. Ball was at the 10-yard line. We'll go back half the distance. First down. Winnipeg from the 5-yard line.
Santos knocks.
Toronto about a minute and a half ago just started their 5.
Bombers the least penalized team in the league, and by far the least penalized on special teams. Only 6 return penalties so far this year. That's their 7th.
That's discipline. That's attention to detail.
And now it's a first down at the 5.
Just going to take a knee, go to the house. Tie ball game.
Looked like it might be a 50-48 game in the opening minutes of this game. Both teams took their opening possessions down the field and scored.
Defense said, not today. Enough of that in the first quarter. Second quarter, they took over, and
And so these teams deadlocked at 14 through the opening 30 minutes of play. Bombers trying to clinch a home playoff game. Argos trying to take over first place in the East Division. Nothing settled so far. Send to Rod Smith and our CFL Live at the half.
All right, thank you, Gort. Back with Jock Climbey and Milt Stiegel. And, wow, what a return for Weston Dressler so far. We got 6 catches, 112 yards, and the touchdown, and one big play in particular in that second quarter.
It's fun to see him back, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
And looking healthy, and they're trying to find ways to get him the football. And that's not often the case when you're coming back off an injury. But, you know, Paul LaPolice has a ton of confidence in him. He's known Weston Dressler for a long time. And I just love the touchdown design. I mean, this is Paul LaPolice at his best, coming up with this little gem where he got the sweet motion right here from the slot back, and that draws the linebacker and the defensive back. Then you've got Hartrick coming out and getting the kick-out block on the corner. And now you've got 2 D linemen in a chase position. I don't know that I've seen a design where the only guys who can stop a wide receiver screen are D linemen chasing Dressler.
Yes.
Beautiful design.
He's lighting it up. Think about it. Matt Nichols has 153 yards passing. Weston Dressler has 112 of them. It would be nice to see in the playoff, if Adams come back and Dressler is healthy, what they can do.
I don't know how you feel about the Argos, Mark Trestman going for it in third down twice, but in the first one, they did get the payoff. And going to Declan Cross, we've seen this happen a few times this year.
Yeah.
He's made good use of the fullback.
And I know Dwayne Ford is watching. I know he's shedding a tear because I'm about to talk about a fullback. And
Dwayne Ford could
a former All-Star. Oh, Josh, yes, he could have.
Put Dwayne out in pass routes like that ever.
Well, I want to talk about this sequence, and it was their second drive. And, of course, your first and goal. Who are you going to go to? You're going to go to your main guy, S.J. Green. S.J. is going to watch this film and say, that was a bad route. Second and go, who are you going to go to? You're going to go to S.J. again. Great route. Unfortunately, he stumbles a little bit, and he can't get to it. Now, third and go, and Mark Trestman. No, he doesn't go to S.J. Green. You see S.J. Green is going out wide. He's a decoy. You see these other 2 receivers. They're decoy. Their main is Declan Cross. This play is designed for Declan Cross, their fullback. This says a lot about this young man. He's been producing all year long, and he continues to produce. Putting that fullback designed in their offense, that's something big right there.
Yeah, he's got real soft hands for a fullback. And
you felt his hands before?
You can just tell by looking at him, Milt. Soft as butter. And you know what? When you've got a fullback that has that kind of speed and those kinds of hands, it opens up your playbook options. And you're exactly right. That was designed for him all the way. They're looking for the matchup. They got a little rub and got him out in the flat. And that's a lot of confidence in a young guy. It's third down.
Yeah,
but, you know, 2 gambles. I like the gambles. They got 1 out of 2. So they got 7 points instead of 6. It's paid off. We'll see if we get a little more gambling in the second half.
Well, I know you guys got the soft hands, but I'm not giving the ball to you if it's 3rd and 1. I'm giving it to Dwayne Ford. But we're going to get Dwayne in here. We're going to get Dwayne in here at some point to throw the ball around. Because, you know, we'll give him a chance to represent and maybe contradict what you guys are saying.
I'm still wondering how you know Declan has soft hands.
We're going to talk about the Eskimos in BC later on. Coming up.
It's week 18 of the CFL season, continuing with the Toronto Argonauts bidding to take over first place once again in the East Division. Ray gives it out to Wilder, and Wilder busts his way in for a touchdown. Nichols looking over the top, and Dressler makes the catch. Weston Dressler again, and Dressler's got room to run. He's gone. And Dressler, touchdown. Welcome back to the lineup.
CFL Grade and Grey Cup champion Henry Burris with the GMC Professional Grade Playbook.
After an entire season of analyzing strengths and weaknesses of an offense, a defense loves testing the patience of a quarterback, making him settle for the underneath or checking down throws to the running back.
Pocket for Nelson, first down.
Great decision-making by a gunslinger could show experience versus being young still. Now, if you think a check down is a way to settle for a bunt, you could be wrong. Depending on the back making the catch, you might be setting your offense up for a big play. Now, take a look at this play. Jonathan Jennings shows great poise in the pocket versus Montreal's zone defense. Now, I'm sure being this close to the end zone makes it enticing to take a shot, but his patience allows Jeremiah Johnson to get to his check down. Do you think this was settling for a minimal gain? Well, you're wrong, because after breaking a couple of tackles, this play ends up turning into a touchdown, a result of a quarterback making a good decision and allowing his playmakers to make plays. Now, backs are not only needed to catch, but also protect. The Eskimos and Lions will give us that opportunity to focus on the protection part of the game.
Later tonight on TSM, the Edmonton Eskimos. Remember, they started at 7-0, then they lost 6 straight, and now they're trying to make it a 3-game winning streak again, taking on the Lions at BC Place. And that Edmonton offense, one of the big leaders, of course, is Brandon Zylstra, the leading receiver in the CFL. Here are the details.
I'm Derek Taylor with the details on how Zylstra and Ellingson are making the field side the strong side. I mean, it is the strong side, like they call it the strong side. You'll see what I mean. In past seasons, your team's top receiver probably worked the boundary, a guy like Bowman or Arsenault or Roosevelt. This season, the leading receivers are Zylstra and Ellingson, guys who get more than 70% of their targets to the field. 14 players are on pace for or already at 1,000 receiving yards. 9 of them get more than half their targets to the field. Last season, there were 6. There were 4 the year before that. The Eskimos have seen the biggest shift. This season, they've gotten more than half their yards to the field, up 14 points from 2015. The Lions are right behind them. In all, 7 teams are using the field more than they did 2 years ago. So what's happening? Well, some big-time boundary targets like Bowman have been injured. And a neat thing we're seeing is teams moving around their top receivers more. Here's the top 10 in yards from 2015 that are still in the CFL. That season, they got 56% of their targets to the boundary. This season, those same 10 receivers are getting only 43% of their targets to the boundary. So it seems coaches are looking for better matchups or maybe exploiting all that space to the field. The field slot back, where Zylstra and Ellingson work, has the best touchdown percentage of any spot and more yards per attempt than any position. So why not go there more? 2017 is the year where the strong side became the strong side. I'm Derek Taylor with the details on the CFL.
Yes, it is. Time for Ruffles Lunch.
Time.
Oh, see, new guy in. He's got it
New
down.
guy. Not bad,
Hey,
John.
you know what?
Not bad.
Take instruction well.
How about the details, what DT said there? We got a couple of receivers here. Do you like anything to the field side, Milt?
I hate the field side.
Oh, okay.
And when we were playing, the money side was the short side. Jock played the field side, of course. But it's unbelievable that the 2 leading receivers are actually playing to the field. It's just a harder throw because it's a longer throw. But I guess these quarterbacks now have stronger arms in their feature. I mean, Zylstra, if he can get some more touchdowns, he's the MOP. The one problem is he only has 4 touchdowns, but the fact that he's put up almost 1,500 yards in 13 games, that's amazing.
I love that, all the details. I love everything he does. But that is something that most football fans don't understand and appreciate, the field versus the short side. And that factors into everything. It factors into play calling. It factors into who you're lining up where. So I played most of my career to the field. I don't know why. I mean, a coach probably had a theory at some point. But to the short side is normally your faster guys. Because there's less space and you get some guys in speed. The ball's in the air for less amount of time. To the field, you're thinking there's all that space, but the ball's in the air longer, and so you got to have a step 2 more, be open, step or 2 more to the field, because the ball's in the air that much longer.
I tell you, we're all quickly understanding how important Brandon Zylstra is to Mike Riley and the Edmonton Eskimos. Taking on the Lions tonight. That's later on TSN. Right now, though, at the half, tied at 14. The Argos and the Bombers. Back with the stats after this.
Our rum, our bars, our way of saying, you're invited at the Appleton Estate. We are rum people.
Ready? All right.
Kentucky Fried Chicken changed to KFC because
they can't legally call what they serve chicken. Is this real? Did somebody actually write this?
100%. Can you say that on camera?
I take great pride. I have 4 children. I feed my family, our chickens, all the time.
The KFC $20 family fill-up made with real Canadian farm-raised chicken.
The C stands for chicken.
Hey, pal, I need a new car.
The AutoTrader app does all the hard work for you. No more searching. It alerts you when a car of your choice becomes available.
Oh, my God! That is fantastic.
Visit autotrader.ca.
Advil Highlight of the Month is back.
Now it's time to show us what you got.
So get ready to compete for your chance at the $25,000 grand prize.
You've got game, you've got skill.
Yay! And you definitely have a smartphone.
Submit your video to tsn.ca/Advil.
It's that easy.
Brought to you by Advil 12 Hour. Up to 12 hours of pain relief in just one pill. Advil and Go.
Healthy, delicious dinner just got a whole lot easier with Chef's Plate. Make step-by-step recipes in 30 minutes or less with perfectly portioned, farm-fresh, local ingredients delivered to your door. Get 50% off your first order at chefsplate.com/cook.
It all comes down to this. The Energizer Bunny gets the snap. He's still going! Nothing outlasts Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
This is not a cloud. This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on a blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for enterprise. Yours.
4 touchdowns so far in this game for every TD scored today and all season long. Safeway and Sobeys are proud to donate $250 to Special Olympics Canada. At the half, tied at 14. Here's Milton with the stats.
Well, there was a good first half for both teams. Both of them getting decent amount of first downs, good passing yards, good rushing attack for the Toronto Argonauts. Not so much for Andrew Harris. They need to get that going. And how about Weston Dressler, his first game back, over 100 yards and a touchdown. Let's see what happens this second half.
Another good rushing day for James Wilder Jr. has a touchdown as well. Here he is with Matthew Shinetti.
Well, James, it looked like it was going to be a track meet those first few minutes in the first quarter. Things start to settle down. What does the offense have to do to kind of push back at the Bombers in the second half?
We just have to pick it back up how we started off. You know, we started off strong. That's something that we said we wanted to do, and we slowed down. We're shooting ourselves in the foot, and we're stopping ourselves. We just have to pick it back up how we started.
In the month of October, you have a drive now, yardage and touchdowns going towards women's cancer research. Can you give us an update on where that is right now? And some of the, obviously, the running backs across the CFL and NFL are helping you with that.
Oh, yeah. Run Wilder for a cure right now is at $2,450. I don't know how many yards they had today, but with the touchdown, we're at $2,550.
Great stuff.
All right, thank you, man.
Great work for a great cause, James Wilder. And the cause in this game for the Argos is 65 yards combined for him. We got a close one. Lefebvre taking it in. Declan Cross touchdown. Ricky Ray and the Argos. In Winnipeg, Weston Dressler all tied at 14.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Now this is cheese.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
This is a Mitsubishi. So are these. And this is too. And this is snow. Wait, not that kind. This kind, what you drive in all winter. So when you buy a new Mitsubishi, you'll also get a no-charge winter tire package. Not just the tires, but installation, balancing, wheels, mounting, and sensors too, worth up to $1,400. And you'll also get our 10-year powertrain limited warranty. So hurry in. Offer ends soon on the purchase of select vehicles. Mitsubishi. Built better, back better.
Hey Canada, check this out. More cities and more restaurants now offer food delivery, exclusively through skipthedishes.com or the Skip the Dishes app. Choose from hundreds of local restaurants or national chains. Just place your order with Skip the Dishes. Then watch live GPS so you'll know exactly when your food arrives. Skip the Dishes is easy, convenient, and free to use.
Find out if Skip the Dishes is available in your area. Go to skipthedishes.com today. Get $7 off your first delivery with promo code DELIVERY.
Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my match story. I have traveled the globe. I'm really looking for someone who has a love of dogs and wants to share an adventure. That's my story. I look forward to hearing yours.
Check out new match stories for free today. 18+.
Hey, pal, I need a new car.
The Auto Trader app does all the hard work for you. No more searching. It alerts you when a car of your choice becomes available.
Oh my God, that is fantastic.
Visit autotrader.ca.
It's time to take your Crunchwrap love to the next level. Double the seasoned beef, double the nacho cheese sauce, and double the crunchy tostada. The bigger, beefier triple-double Crunchwrap, only at Taco Bell.
Back in Toronto, the score tied at 14. Weston Dressler, a big part of the story in the first half for Winnipeg, standing by with Matthew Shinetti.
Well, Weston, I guess you got the welcome back. I imagine you were expecting some of those hits were pretty vicious in the first half. How are you feeling?
Feel good.
In terms of that touchdown that you had, the play calling leading up to it, what did that say about the offense? How can you go ahead and extend that into the second half?
I mean, it was a great call by Lapo, and Yosh did a great job getting out, making the block for me and spring me. We just got to keep moving the ball on first down, being successful on first down, and get things rolling.
How aggressive can this defense be? What kind of challenge do they present you?
They're good defense. They fly around. They play physical, so we got to match that intensity.
Thanks, Weston.
Yeah.
Winnipeg coach Michael O'Shea can even his record at 500 as a Canadian Football League head coach. If they win today, 12 wins on the season for the first time since 2002, and a home playoff game for the first time since 2011. Bombers won the opening coin toss, deferred, and will take the ball to start the second half. And here is Givens with it. Chris Givens gets some room up close to the 40-yard line, still going. And Givens to the 47-yard line. So good field position for Winnipeg to open the second half.
Weston Dressler had a phenomenal first half. One, picking up where he left off. The human pinata across the field. Nice little dig route. Falling after he beats his man on a post route. Little hit screen to the house. Weston Dressler filling the void. Darvin Adams not being in the lineup.
Nico Murray got a penalty for that one. That huge hit by Cassius Vaughn knocked him out of bounds. So first down for the 46. Matt Nichols going for lots right away, and the pass is over the head of LaDamian Washington.
Yeah, I don't think he located that ball till it was too late. It's like he was just running, and you got to be alert. Everybody's live every play. Top of the field, just going to run a post route. Watch this. Matt Nichols wants him right now.
Alden Darby was there on the coverage.
Oh, where's it at? Come on.
Brings up second and long for the Bombers.
You just shake your head and go on to the next play as a quarterback.
Nichols under pressure, got spun around. That's going to be a penalty on the Argos as Victor Butler reached out and took him down, but might have clipped the face mask.
Victor Butler just started off this season wild, and since then he's really, since coming back from injury.
Yeah, that penalty will be enforced from the previous line of scrimmage, up 15 yards and a first down.
So now it's first down Winnipeg at the Toronto 49.
Yeah, he's got 9 quarterback sacks on the season. He got injured, and since coming back in 6 games, he's had only 1 quarterback sack. Toronto fans were used to seeing him in the backfield.
He had 8 in his first 3 games.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
So another Toronto penalty sets Winnipeg up. First down for the 49. They screen it off for Harris. And Andrew Harris gets down to the 45-yard line. Brought down there by Mitchell White.
That's a good play call for the right defense and well defended as defenders did their jobs to force Andrew Harris back inside, hold him to minimal gain.
Game was 4. It's 2nd and 6. Not much wind, but what there is at the Bombers' back here in the third quarter. Nichols throws. Harris well covered there by the safety, Matt Black. The pass falls incomplete, brings up third down.
I thought there might have been a little contact early there by Matt Black.
And Michael O'Shea is looking at the tablet on the sidelines.
Yeah, I would too, because
I wonder if he's going to challenge this.
Yeah, I don't think that was a very good look at it, but that's pretty clean.
Elects not to. So now Medlock will try a 53-yard field goal, his longest of the year, 57.
Nice play by Matt Black, 9-year player from Saginaw Valley State.
Missed from 39 earlier. Chance to give the Bombers the lead. Matt Coates the hold, and the kick is good. So Winnipeg seizes the lead on the 53-yard field goal by Justin Medlock. And the Bombers trying to nail down that home playoff date. They've grabbed the early advantage here in the second half.
Congratulations, baby. I don't want to live forever.
Endless Shrimp is here with incredible flavors like new Nashville hot shrimp. Crispy, spicy, and drizzled with sweet amber honey. Plus the delicious classics you love like savory garlic shrimp. Try all the shrimp you want, however you want them. But hurry, it ends soon.
Hi, I'm Darvin. I lost my foot in a lawnmower accident.
Come on, come on.
Today I'm teaming up with the BC Lions to tell kids to play safe.
Cool lion.
Thank you.
What does a lion do?
Run.
Jump. Tackle. Roar.
All right, Darvin,
Show me your roar.
Whatever game you play, play safe. A message from the War Ants.
So Ricky Ray at the end of that first half reached the 5,000-yard mark in passing on the season.
Yeah, and did that for the fourth time in his illustrious career. Been in the Grey Cup 4 times, won it 3, and needs 117 more to get to 60,000, joining more elite company.
First down from the 35. Here's Wilder on the carry, and Wilder, little stutter step, spins, keeps going, and should have an Argo first down as he gets out to the 47-yard line. The tackle made by Jackson Jeffcoat on the play. Argos have a bye next week. Close out in BC on week 20.
Yeah, for everybody playing fantasy out there, you got James Wilder having a good afternoon.
Something tells me you might know something about that. I think you have him, don't you?
I'm not going to go there, but
yes,
let's just say I'm vested for pink shoes out there.
First down for the 47. Wilder again. A big hole. Wilder across midfield. Bulls his way into Winnipeg territory and down to the 49.
Problem with that is I'm chasing Rod Smith and Milt Stiegel in the studio, and they probably have him too. Not gaining any ground.
How would you not take him?
Johnny Perlberg, our statistician right here, he's crushing everybody.
Declan Cross, either on the play for the Argos, has a touchdown reception in this game.
He and Derek Taylor, the stat guys, the numbered guys, they know it all.
Well, see, that's what fantasy football is all about, Matt. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, no, it's a gut thing, right? That's why anybody can play with anybody in fantasy football. Just make some picks. We're going to make some changes to that this offseason. We're going to talk to the folks there at Fantasy. I think you need to have a Canadian that you have to pick in the Canadian football.
Ratio.
A ratio. You have to have a Canadian. And I think there's some changes there that Rod Smith's going to go to bat for us with, which we've been accumulated over the season, and try to perfect this game.
Always thinking, eh, Matt? Always thinking. Meantime, the Argos have the ball first down at the Winnipeg 49.
Just a little fantasy input there, that's all. Enough of that.
Did you hear in the huddle there? No flags. Someone said.
It's beautiful. Let him play.
On first down, high snap. Ray swings it out. And the pass is caught by Jimmy Ralph, who gets down to the 42-yard line. Among other things that are amazing about Ricky Ray, Matt, you point out the only quarterback in the history of the league to throw 100 touchdown passes for 2 different franchises.
Yeah, it's pretty salty.
The all-time leading passer for both the Argos and the Edmonton Eskimos.
You know how old he is?
Yeah, he's 37.
That's right. He turns 38 tomorrow.
That's right. He'll be 38 tomorrow. How about that?
All you Ricky Ray fans can wish him a birthday tomorrow. We'll wish him an early birthday this afternoon.
And Wilder on the carry. Got wrapped up right away by Thomas. And he fought his way down to the 40. They'll actually mark him at the 41. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Argos. Now, Mark Trestman has gambled twice on 3rd and 5+. One resulted in a touchdown down to the goal line. The other resulted in a Ray sack and a turnover. And they will send on the field goal unit, Hairolahu, to tie it up. And Fogg back in case he misses. Which you did at the end of the first half.
They're punting here.
Yeah. And now, timeout Toronto. So there was some confusion for the Argos. They thought the field goal. They thought the field goal unit was coming on. There was some confusion for Toronto, and now are they sending the offense back on? They are.
They are. Like in the gambling mood. Coach Mark Trestman.
Wow.
Turning over a new leaf here.
He has not been known throughout his Canadian Football League career as an aggressive coach in terms of gambling.
I like this, you know. This is not a difficult pickup.
It's 3rd and a full 2.
Becomes difficult against this defense. It flies around.
Or a 48-yard field goal into the wind, or a punt.
Yeah, they lined up for the punt, and they said, nope, let's give this a shot.
Here comes the rush. Ray throws. The pass is caught. First down and more. DeVere Posey moves the sticks. Needed 2. And they got 13.
Yeah, I love this. This is a really nice job. This is a little bunch formation on the outside. And they run a little use play here. And watch how it's receiver's going to go up, and you're going to come right underneath him here and create just enough room and diversion. There it is. Ball's on the upfield shoulder where it's supposed to be placed, moving the chains.
First down for the 28. Play fake to Wilder. Ray throws out to the flat. Jimmy Ralph's got the catch and room to run. And Ralph, the University of Alberta product, gets down to the 11-yard line.
Oh, the nice little spin at the end of that. That was sweet. First-year player, Jimmy Ralph. If that ball's to him quicker, he turns it up and scores. And Ricky Ray, watch, this ball should be out. Give it to him, give it to him, give it to him. Now that extra little step that Ray took there and the stumble at the end of the route by Jimmy Ralph kept him out of the end zone. If not, with his speed, it's a walk-in.
From Raymond, Alberta, down to the south end of the province. First down, Toronto, just inside the 12. Play fake to Wilder. Ray throwing, it's picked up. It's intercepted and lots of room to run for Tristan Opalaugo, and he is gone.
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, hang on a second. Wilder, did he get him?
I think he got him.
They're going to mark him down at the 1. The officials are talking about it. How about this? Opalaugo picks it off.
I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just winded. But James Wilder Jr. went and walked him down.
Fights offense out and picks it off.
Play by Tristan Opalaugo. That is just crazy.
Wilder Jr. runs him down. Did they get him? I don't think they did. I think he got in.
That's Opalaugo's 3rd career interception as a defensive end. That's impressive. He's down there before the goal line, and just don't know if he hurt himself, but that's a heck of an effort by James Wilder Jr. And again, Tristan Opalaugo with his 3rd career interception. From a defensive end perspective, those are crazy numbers.
And still down on the field. A huge turn of events here in Toronto. Opalaugo is just getting up now. Will step away with the Bombers. 1st and goal from the Toronto 1.
Our latte begins with premium Arabica beans, decadent espresso mingling with 100% Canadian milk, a dance of ingredients. And it's pretty great with Timbits. New handcrafted lattes from Tim's, now available in pumpkin spice.
We took the Camry and we reimagined, explored, crafted, and transformed. It all comes together seamlessly in the beautifully transformed, all-new 2018 Toyota Camry.
This isn't the system for farmers who need perfect conditions. This is the system for Mother Nature's challenges, for wet and for weedy. Because this is real life in the West, and you can't sit around and wait for conditions to improve. The way we see it, you have 2 options. You can wait to work, or you can get to work. Our vote is option 2. Genuity Roundup Ready Canola. Real life ready.
You see my resume. You imagine who I am, what I look like, where I live. But look past the things that won't make a difference to find someone who will. Search for greatness. Search Indeed.
So just making his way back to the sidelines now is Tristan Opolugo.
Watch this play. Fends off Chris Van Zyl. Got his eyes on Ricky Ray the whole time. High points it. And then he's off to the races. That's a heck of a catch.
A 98-yard return.
And that's a defensive end. And it takes a guy like James Wilder Jr. to track him down 97 yards later. That's crazy effort by both players.
So first and goal from the 1. Lefevre dives ahead. Touchdown, Winnipeg. And just like that, the Argos knocking on the door for points. Winnipeg picks it off and retakes the advantage.
That's Winnipeg's defense, known for doing that. Ball hawks, secondary linebackers, now defensive ends are getting in the mix. More Lefevre, Las Vegas right there.
So Winnipeg, which took its first lead of the football game earlier in this half. They're just taking a quick look at this. It is a touchdown for Winnipeg. So now a 9-point lead with a point after to come. They'll go for 1 as Medlock comes on. That's a one-play drive, 1 yard. Best kind.
And most unexpected. Ricky Ray's first red zone interception this season. To that point, had 18 red zone TD passes, was looking for another one there, and Tristan Opolugo said, nah, not today. Another look at it, Gord. Little point fake to Wilder. Watch where he comes from. Now, Tristan's off to the races. Armani's got a shot, but Walker gets in front of him.
Then Walker has a look here.
And he switches, and then here comes Wilder, and he gets almost clipped. He gets clipped into Opolugo as Walker pushes him in the back. They don't catch that foul. Lefevre's in the end zone. Wow. Tournament events.
Erica,
just like that.
Hope she's going to bed soon, Erica.
Winnipeg's got a 10-point lead.
Love you guys.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, who lead the league with 5 defensive touchdowns this year, almost got a 6th, but the result is the same, and now a 24-14 lead midway through the third quarter. Winnipeg 6-1 against East Division team this season. That ball goes over the head of Martese Jackson, who's back out for Toronto. And a single point conceded by the Argonauts. So now an 11-point lead. And Ricky Ray and the offense will go back to work. Toronto 1-7 against Western Division teams this year.
Yeah, you mentioned Winnipeg being 6-1. They win this football game, they'll move to 7-1. That's the best interdivisional record that they'll have since 1961. That's
your rookie year. Here's Wilder on the first down carry out to the 30. It just feels like that.
That is comedy. That caught me off guard. That was beautiful.
So a gain of 3 there brings up 2nd and 7 for the Argonauts, who we know will play at home in the playoffs. The question is, will they play the divisional semifinal or the West Division or the East Division final here a week later? Their first home playoff game in 4 years. 4-man rush, Ray throwing, and S.J. Green makes the catch, a first down to the 46-yard line for S.J. Green.
Tight coverage by Kevin Fogg. And S.J. Green is in his hip pocket. Ball was spotted beautifully by Ray, which he's known for. Here he is right here. He's going to run a little out, and Fogg's going to be in his hip pocket. If Ray doesn't get this ball out in front of him, it's going the other way.
98 catches on the year now for S.J. Green, the 32-year-old who's overcome knee surgery. A gamble by the Argos in the offseason, bringing him in, and it's paid off handsomely.
Yes, it has.
First down, Toronto from its own 47-yard line. Play fake to Wilder, setting up the screen the other way, and it's incomplete for the fullback, Declan Cross. That was sniffed out by Faith Kakady for the Bombers.
Jackson Jeffcoat over there as well. He had that one, like you said, Gord, sniffed out from the beginning. Jackson Jeffcoat in the two-point stance to the left of your screen. Watch him. Not buying it, not buying it. Flips around. Right in his hip pocket. Talking to him, telling him, not on my watch.
Brings up second and long for Toronto. A shovel pass now for Wilder. Room to run. He's got a first down and more. Wilder brought down to the 44-yard line. Moves the sticks and has a gain of 19 yards.
Ran a lot of those in my career, little shovel passes, a great little underneath high percentage throws. Get it into a ball carrier's hands or an explosive player and really gut a defense, as we see right there.
First down now from the 44-yard line. Argos with 2 turnovers in the red zone, 1 on downs and 1 the interception. Give it up. Artis Jackson now around the corner. He's pushed out of bounds by T.J. Heath. Out at the 38-yard line for a gain of 6.
Yeah, I'll mention Anthony Coombs one more time, as that's typically the type of plays that he would be utilized in if he was in the lineup. They lost him earlier in the season, and Martise Jackson's done a nice job of filling that void and trying to anyways. Being an explosive player, getting the ball in different ways, speed sweeps, misdirection, using his feet.
On 2nd and 4. Gray fires and the pass is caught and should be good for a first down as Armani Edwards moves the ball to the 30, call it the 34.5, needs the 34 for a first down.
Trent Corney can't believe he didn't catch that one and go the other way with it. Left of your screen, he gets his hands up and it goes right through him. Whoop, right through him. He could have been going to the races, and I guarantee it, nobody's catching him because he can flat out run. Look at that. I don't know how he didn't catch that.
So now a third down gamble for the Argos at the 35-yard line, need the 34. Cody Fajardo back in. And Fajardo again has it easily as he gets down to about the 32-yard line. The drive continues.
Well, let me clarify that. It would look pretty easy from Fajardo's perspective, but watch these guys up front. Watch these guys right here. That ain't easy on them. They are rooting it out. That's Manziel. That is Watman. Those guys are making it happen there, moving a lot of humanity the other way, making it look easy for Cody Fajardo.
The ball just inside the 33. The drive continues. Toronto down by 11. And the 20-second clock had not been reset. And now it has.
Another nice drive by Toronto. Fortunately, they weren't able to capitalize on the other one as Winnipeg turned the tables on them and put 7 of the points themselves on the board. And here Toronto's threatening again. Got to respond as they're 10 points down.
Comes the blitz. Gray throws up to the flat. He's got Wilder. He gets away from Wilder up the sideline. School going inside the 5, down to the 3. Wilder.
This is about as fast. This is the number 1. Major League Baseball playoffs are going on right now. This is the heater by Ricky Ray, and it's got to be perfect. Throws a strike as Sam hurls in the hip pocket of James Wilder Jr. and then JWJ does the rest. Beautiful throw by Ray, giving his running back an opportunity down the sideline.
A 30-yard gain. Ray, by the way, now 19 yards from 60,000 for his career, but more importantly, first and goal, Toronto. Give it off to Wilder. Pulls ahead. Touchdown. James Wilder's got his second of the game. His fourth of the year. And the Argos have cut the lead to 5. And a decision to come now. I want to have to go for 1 or 2.
SJ coming in my little cut black right there on the defensive end. Ball's away. That's Ian Wild. He cut. Doesn't matter. Plays away. Wilder's in the end zone. Nice response drive by the Argonauts after an unexpected interception by Tristan Opalago put the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 10 points out in front, basically, and Toronto responds with a nice touchdown run back.
Argos are 5 for 9 on 2-point convert attempts this year. So a chance now to cut the lead to 3. Wild in the backfield with Ray. Here comes the rush, way to the corner of the end zone. Flags are down. It's picked off by Brandon Alexander. Edwards was the intended target.
Yeah, I think Amani's telling him that, we're getting another kick in the can here. Because you're all over me. You can't cover me. That's what Amani's telling him. Brandon Alexander having that. Yeah, he's
illegal
got to lay
contact
off
on receiver. Winnipeg number 21. After distance to the goal,
and
we'll retry.
Then he pushes him in the back.
We'll retry to convert.
Well, if you're going to get it, I mean, I like that. If you're going to foul a guy, foul. Right? It's like
get your money's worth.
In basketball, you get 5, right? Make them count. Yeah. Make them count.
All right, so the ball now at the 1.5-yard line, and Michael O'Shea is going to challenge this.
I don't know what he sees. He views this as a critical point of game,
sure,
obviously. The throw was only challenged. 2-point convert, opportunity to give him a second chance at it. O'Shea says, no, I'm going to challenge this because I don't think.
Well, Winnipeg is challenging the previous play. They believe there was offensive pass interference on the play. The play will be reviewed.
So they think Edwards got his hands into Alexander. It's a key play in the game. The decision coming up.
Visit pizzahotline.ca to take advantage of our third down football deal. Get 3 medium pizzas with any 2 toppings of your choice and 6 cans of any Pepsi product, all for just $33.
Come now! Trouble seeing the road? It's Mr. Lube's annual Change Your Oil, Change Your Wipers event. We're giving away Michelin hybrid wiper blades with every oil change. A $30 value when you redeem your coupon. Get your coupon at MrLube.com.
It's your first day on the job. Walk in like you own the place.
Now at Moore's, it's buy one, get one on select items, plus suits start at $229.99.
Tailored for Canada. Tailored for you.
Being comfortable in your own skin isn't just about how you look. It's about knowing yourself and being true to character. That's ultimate comfort. You guys want a picture?
Yeah.
By the way, great shoes. Thanks, man.
Skechers Relax Fit Footwear.
Yeah, so what happens here is S.J. Green's going to come down here and he's going to block Miles, who's coming this way, inside out for the back in the flat here. And it wasn't Alexander at all on Armani Edwards that O'Shea's challenging. It's the block right there by S.J. Green on Thomas Miles trying to get out to JWJ in the flat as the ball goes to the corner in Armani Edwards' direction with Alexander in coverage.
Here's the call. Because even if you call illegal blocking here.
After review, there was blocking downfield by Toronto number 19. Also, we had illegal contact on Winnipeg on the play. Both fouls cancel each other. We're going to replay the convert from the 3-yard line.
So the best you get out of that is to replay it.
And that's all Osh wanted. That's all he wanted was an opportunity to keep those 2 points off the board so they can keep a 5-point lead.
But they're still going to run a play here. They're still going to crack at it.
An opportunity to keep a 5-point lead.
Right.
That's all he's looking for there. Trusting his defense. They're going to keep Toronto out of the end zone here to convert on the 2-point convert.
So back to the 3. And one crack at it for a 2-point conversion. So reset the 20-second clock.
And any receiver that knows that's run a rub play or a pick play knows that you can't do what S.J. Green did right there. You just got to turn and let him run into you. You can't block him like that.
Here we go, the 2-point try for Toronto. Here comes the rush to try the other side. Incomplete. Malcolm Williams can't reach it, and O'Shea's challenge pays off. It remains a 5-point Winnipeg lead. Wilder, his second touchdown run of the game. Winnipeg up 25-20 late in the third quarter.
Now at Burger King, try the new Bacon King. 2 juicy, flame-grilled 100% beef patties and 6 strips of thick-cut smoked bacon topped with a sesame seed bun. The Bacon King. There's no such thing as too much bacon. Only at Burger King.
With bold, striking lines, meticulous craftsmanship, and the latest in cutting-edge technology.
You ready? You ready?
Introducing.
You up?
Yeah. Is there towels in here?
Nope.
Only 4 more hours to go.
Only 4 more hours, huh?
Yeah.
The all-new Rio. It's everything you didn't expect and so much more.
40 Creek's story didn't begin with a commercial. It began in a humbler place, where it built its reputation by word of mouth, from mouths that had tasted the complex Canadian whiskey. 40 Creek, from a good place.
Stop. Hammer time.
One night.
Maybe it's not that big a deal.
2 fun shows.
How's that even possible?
The Big Bang Theory.
That's amazing.
Canada's most watched comedy.
What makes you think you can treat me like a child? Your shampoo comes in a Big Bird bottle.
Followed by Me, Myself, and I.
You want some jerky?
Sure. Half of road tripping is snacking.
I've literally never been prouder.
Back-to-back comedy.
This is so awesome.
The Big Bang Theory, followed by Me, Myself, and I. It all starts Monday at 8, 9 Mountain on CTV.
Don't miss an epic new season of Frontier starring Jason Momoa Wednesday at 10 Eastern on Discovery. Free preview on now. Well, that was an eventful few minutes, Matt.
It was. But this game's been a tremendous game as far as I'm concerned. A lot of action, good defense, good offense, big plays. That's what the CFL's all about.
Aralahu kicks it deep. And taken by Gibbons. Out on the 10-yard line. And Gibbons brought down to 34. And so the Bombers will have the ball there. James Wilder Jr. with the touchdown run. His second of the game. You know what football sidelines are like now? Kids after school. Everyone's on their tablet.
Yeah.
Everyone's on their device.
Wilder having another afternoon. 16 touches. 77 rushing yards, 70 receiving yards, 2 TDs, and for you fantasy freaks out there, 26.7 points.
On first down, 4-man rush, up the flat they go. Dressler makes the catch And there to make the stop for Toronto is Mitchell White. Weston Dressler's had a remarkable Canadian Football League career.
Yes, he has. The diminutive one. That was a nice throw by Nichols, giving his prime target this afternoon an opportunity to run with it. Only picks up 5 because of solid coverage on Toronto's defensive front.
2nd and 5. Nichols throws, pass is caught, and Chris Gibbons on the first down and more out to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, I love that stiff arm by Givens. You know,
Gabriel to stop.
A lot of compliments coming from the Winnipeg sidelines prior to the ball game, talking about this young man. Spent some time in the National Football League. Oftentimes, guys come up here thinking that they're all that and they don't have to put in the work. And this guy has. He's learned from the guys that have been productive. Denmark, Dressler, paying off for him.
Play fake to Harris. And there is Givens again. And into Toronto territory, down to the 51-yard line, just short of a Winnipeg first down. He's out of Wake Forest in North Carolina. Comes to Jackson, Mississippi.
4th round draft pick by the St. Louis Rams in 2012. Spent a number of years down in the States playing the National Football League. Was out of football last year and came in humble. Happy to learn this game, respect it.
Nichols stays in. He'll dive ahead for the first down and get down to the 50-yard line as time winds down here in the 3rd quarter. Winnipeg sees its first lead early in the 3rd quarter, added to it after the Opalugo interception, a touchdown by Lefevre. 25-20, the Bombers lead through 45 minutes of football.
Someone's in trouble.
We need it. We need it all.
Oh, yeah. At The Source, we know connected home with security cameras, smart lighting, thermostats, locks, and more.
Mom, Dad, you ready to go?
Oh, they're ready.
The Source. I want that.
Icons, champions, legends. 2 of the all-time NHL greats reunite under one roof, this time going head-to-head. Mark Messier and his team of Canadian legends will face off against Yari Curry and his stars from around the world at the Hager Hockey Hall of Fame Legends Classic on Sunday, November 12th at Air Canada Centre, featuring this year's inductees. Tickets available at the Hockey Hall of Fame or Ticketmaster.
Numbers through 3 quarters. The Toronto Argonauts have topped 400 yards in total offense, but have turned the ball over twice in the red zone. And as a result, the Bombers have a 5-point lead. Gord Miller back here with Matt Dunning, and that was a great quarter of football by Winnipeg.
Yeah, it was, and Tristan Opalago set the tone with the interception, unlikely interception. Showed his athletic ability. Got caught at the 1. It didn't matter. The team punched it in and took at that point, a 10-point lead. And then it's been a little back and forth. A little excitement down in the red zone for the Argonauts. And Mike O'Shea challenges on a play and has a play overturned and offsets. They're going to kick at it, and Toronto can't convert and maintain a 5-point lead. And they got the ball right here on Toronto's side of the football field already.
At the 50-yard line. Fake the flip to Dressler. Now Nichols throws to the sidelines, and the pass is caught by Julian Fiola-Godino. And he's out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Another first down for the Bombers.
Watch this. This is a great misdirection. Make the defense defend the entire field. You got Weston Dressler coming over here in motion, and Matt Nichols going to come this way. And then you're going to have Fiola-Godino come down and run a little comeback here. so it keeps the defense balanced. You see Dressler going a little fake there. Fielder Gadino going to run a little comeback route here. Nichols puts it on the money, moving the chains. Nice execution by the Bomber offense.
On first down, play fake for Harris. Nichols throws. And the pass is caught by Clarence Denmark. Denmark dropped for a loss of a couple.
That his first catch of the game?
I think it is, yeah. It is, in fact.
It's a 2-yard loss. 3-yard loss. That's tough.
By the way,
you're out there grinding, you know, and you get a ball coming your way and you get tackled for 3-yard loss.
The Bombers score on that touchdown after the Opalugo interception. 137 points now off turnovers for Winnipeg this year, by far the most in the CFL.
Yeah, Gord, it's phenomenal. That team is known for that, and they continue to find a way. Big question was, can they continue to have that type of pace they had last year? Answer is yes.
Loss was 4. Nichols throws, and the pass is caught by Denmark at the sidelines. Rico Murray makes the stop at the 24. That'll be 2 yards short of a Winnipeg first down. So now decision time for O'Shea. Medlock field goal or gamble on 3rd and just under 2.
Yeah, coming right into your living room here. Denmark catches it. There's a shot by Rico coming over from Hamilton. Nice pickup by the Argonauts, Rico Murray.
And they're going to kick a field goal, Matt. It would be 1.5 yards.
Look at him.
O'Shea's eyeballing it now again. Went down to the line of scrimmage to have a look, but he'll stay with the field goal unit on there, and a 32-yard try from Medlock.
Didn't have to go far. Right in front of him. Got a pretty good clear indication. Because now not in a gambling mood like Mark Trestman has been this afternoon.
To make it an 8-point lead. And Medlock puts it through. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, aiming for a 12-win season for the first time in 15 years, have the 8-point lead in Toronto.
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Bring the heat. Pack a punch. Come back for more. Like a charge. Like lightning in a bottle. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. We are professional grade.
Our rum. Our bars. Our way of saying, you're invited. At the Appleton Estate, we are rum people.
During the Yellow Tag sales event, you can get $2,000 off a hard day's play. From now until October 31st, save on a world of possibilities with deals on select 2017 Can-Am vehicles. Only at your local Can-Am dealer.
CFL on TSN is brought to you by the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition. Get noticed like a pro. So Mark Trestman, Marcus Brady looking on. The Argonauts trying to retake first place Ottawa in the East Division. Ottawa only has the 1 game left. A bye this week, then a bye the final week of the season. If Ottawa finishes first, I think it's 1 game in 36 days that they would play.
Yeah, it's a long layoff. Argonauts are trying to make sure that doesn't happen. If they get a win here this afternoon, they'll continue to control their own destiny in the East Division.
Argos have a bye next week, then finish in BC. Winnipeg takes on BC next week, and then in Calgary. And the Bombers clinch a home playoff game with a win today or an Edmonton loss later on. First down after the field goal from the Toronto 35-yard line. Wilder gets outside, and Wilder again sticks that right arm out on Ian Wild and gets out to the 44-yard line for a gain of 9.
O'Shea's right on top of that.
He almost stiff-armed O'Shea there.
Yeah, imagine. Well, there's a couple of coaches down there. I think, say, Buck Pierce, O'Shea. They can still go out there and make things happen. And Wilder just using his speed to get around a very quick defense. They're under defense, which means they have more people to the weak side of the field than they do the strong side of the field. That's where Toronto runs, and Wilder still gets the corner.
Fajardo on short yardage. And he'll have it. So the situation for O'Shea and the Bombers becoming somewhat clear. So here's the thing. If the Bombers win out and Calgary loses out, Winnipeg plays Calgary on the final weekend of the season. That could be for first place.
That would be amazing. Calgary really looked out of sorts in the terrible conditions last night against a tough Saskatchewan team that took it to them, pounded them.
Calgary plays Edmonton next week.
You would have told me Saskatchewan quarterbacks would have thrown for under 50%, under 200 yards, and Naaman Roosevelt's out of the game, and the best offensive weapon is moved from wide receiver to cornerback, and they win 30-7. I would have told you crazy. Saskatchewan made that happen against the best team in the Canadian Football League, made him look below average last night.
Here, Posey, a gain of 12, has the first down to the Winnipeg 53-yard line. We mentioned the Argos' last 3 losses by a total of 8 points. Ricky Ray 7 yards away from 60,000 on his career.
Joining an elite group. 3 guys that everybody knows by their initials, basically their first name, AC, Damon, and Hank.
Here's Wilder on the first down carry, a first down to the 43-yard line. He has emerged as a major weapon.
When you know where your quarterback is going to be basically the entire night, 7 yards behind the center, it's extremely important to develop and to establish the line of scrimmage with the run game. That's what they've been able to do with James Wilder Jr. That's why this offense continues to do the things they're doing as of late.
The Argos won on first down less than anyone in the league, but more so tonight. Wilder got bumped around there, and the tackle made by Jovan Santos Knox. A pickup of a couple on the play brings up 2nd and long for Toronto.
And this is what I'm talking about. If you're running an ISO, which you see a lot in the Canadian Football League, and Ricky Ray gives the ball to his back, and if he doesn't keep this every now and then you just run with James Wilder. I mean, Trent Corney doesn't have to do anything there. Just flow to the football. But if Ray keeps that every now and then, it develops an offense, and it gives you some options off of that.
Now on 2nd down, Ray steps up and throws. Jimmy Ralph makes the catch. And that puts Ricky Ray over 60,000 yards passing for his career. It's a first down.
Keep that one.
To the Winnipeg 33-yard line.
Keep that football. That's elite company, Ricky Ray. Happy birthday. That's an amazing feat. Joining the likes of Anthony Calvillo, Damon Allen, and Henry Burris.
So a mark it down right at the 33-yard line, which is what he needed for the first down. But there's the new member of the 60,000-yard club.
Wow. That's some elite company right there. With number 8 spot excluded. Yeah, that's pretty special right there. Talking to Ricky yesterday, had a good long conversation with him out back at the complex up in Etobicoke, and
they just grabbed the football, by the way.
Yeah, good idea. And I can tell you that he's still unsure, not thinking about next year, just wants to get through this one.
Right.
He's changed his regimen throughout the season, doesn't do as much heavy lifting. He says he works on more flexibility, much like Tom Brady does in the National Football League. He rolls and stretches before he comes, as he comes in and as he leaves every day.
Wilder again on the first down carry, and this is a very different Toronto Argonaut team that we've seen running the ball more on first down.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what Wilder in this. You know, I'm a big proponent of the big boys.
Yes.
Starting up front, feeding them, watering them down, taking care of them. Those big boys, when they can get off and use their girth to truck people and get people moving the other way as opposed to having to be perfect in pass protection all the time, it's a wonderful thing in what it does to an offense. Those guys right there.
That was vivid imagery, Matt. 2nd down and 7. Ray has time and throws, and the pass is caught by Green down to the 20-yard line. Another Toronto first down.
Ricky Ray is going
Catch
after
99 of the
Henry
year.
Burris. He's not satisfied with just getting 60.
Catch number 99 of the year for S.J. Green.
I mean, he's going to join elite company with the Toronto Argonauts. One more catch.
So right at the 20-yard line, down by 8. 8.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Looks like the Argonauts are going to have another down-to-the-wire finish. Ray under pressure, gets away, still going. And Chris Randall tried to punch the football out. Ray goes out of bounds at the 21. A loss of a yard.
That's just kept extending the play, extending the play. This is a nice rush by Santos. Good job by Wild to force him out there. And it's pretty vicious right cross. Little hook there by Randall. Like you said, Gord, trying to punch it out. Got more Ricky Ray.
And there's a late flag. And Randall's going to get a flag. So Randall's been called for that.
Wow, I didn't see that as aggressive towards Ray. I saw that aggressive towards the ball.
That was just Ricky Ray's 9th carry this year. So now a first down.
There's another look at it. He's trying to get the ball there. Maybe. Illegal I didn't hear what.
Check the penalty, but now first down for the 10. More importantly, Ray throws it. Opalugo almost had that one too.
They did not learn their lesson from being down in the opposite end of the field in the red zone. And this is the same thing. He's right here. He's right here, and he's going to get his big mitts on it again. Watch him. He knows this drill.
So the call on the previous play, Matt, by the way, was Opalugo for illegal contact on a receiver.
Okay.
So it wasn't on Randall. They got the number wrong.
Well, my apologies. I thought it was a clean play by Randall. An aggressive one. I like it, trying to punch the ball out.
Now second down from the 10-yard line. Ray under pressure, throws underneath. Wilder has it. Hurdle makes the tackle at the 7. So Mark Trespin went for it on 3rd and 6, or 3rd and goal from the 6 earlier. Now the question is, will he do it again? What's your call here, Matt? Down 8, 7.5 to go.
Yeah, I'm kicking. Well,
Brandon Washington shaking up on the play.
I'm taking points here, make it a one-score. Well, it still is a one-score game.
Yeah, Hirelaw, who's coming on, so they will kick the field goal this time. So a chance to cut the lead
They're
to
missing
5.
one. They're missing one out there.
Yeah.
I got them all.
Toronto has used one timeout already. So Hirelaw to draw. Within 5. And from 15, an easy one. And so the Argos move it down the field, get 3. Winnipeg up by 5, 7:08 to go in the fourth quarter.
Me and you just singing on the train. Me and you listening to the rain. Me and you sitting on the lawn. Me and you just singing our song just to rhyme, to shine and to pass the time.
Right now, get up to 20% of MSRP cash purchase credit on select 2017 vehicles, like the GMC Sierra. See dealer for details.
This is not a cloud. This is a tomato tracked from farm to table on a blockchain, helping keep shoppers safe. This is a financial transaction secure from hacks and threats others can't see. This is a skyscraper whose elevators use IoT data and AI to help thousands get to work safely and efficiently. This is not the cloud you know. This is the IBM Cloud. The IBM Cloud is the cloud for enterprise. Yours.
At Kudo, we give you the same network coverage as the big guys. Of course, they don't want us to tell you that. But if you look here, you'll see that from coast to coast, our network coverage is just... Oh. Hey, can you come back with that, please?
There is something about a Guinness that reminds you there's less that separates us than brings us together. Here's to us all.
Whatever you do, don't go up 28-3. Sunday Night Football comes your way tomorrow with the Falcons taking on the Patriots at the Super Bowl rematch. Kickoff at 8:15 Eastern.
You went there, didn't you?
I did.
You went there.
I did.
Man. That was crazy if you're a New England fan, and just hard to watch if you're an Atlanta fan. Wow.
Here it's 28-23.
Got a good one right here,
yeah.
Gord.
Winnipeg with the ball. It's 35-yard line.
Ideal night for this battle to take place.
And the Bombers would like to put together a nice long march with some points here. Give it off to Harris. Andrew Harris having a quiet night. Crosses the 40 up to the 42 for a gain of 7.
Quiet on his terms?
Yeah, well. Yeah.
Terrence
Plummer with the tackle.
Nichols has been busy feeding the rock to other people. Weston Dressler.
Just the second touch of the second half for Andrew Harris.
He's locking up. Got to keep that beast well oiled. Keep him lathered. Start feeding the rock, chewing on his clock.
Here he comes again. Harris, little stutter step, gets thrown back there.
And our no defense said, no way.
Troy Demas helps make the stop.
Yeah, that's Butler, too.
Yeah.
Watch Harris. He's kind of like tiptoes right here. I mean, there's nowhere to go. And he's stopped, and his momentum stopped, and then pursuit comes, and he's going the other way.
Martese Jackson back to receive this punt from Justin Medlock, who stands inside his 30-yard line. Under 6 to go in the fourth quarter. Good kick. Chases Jackson out to the 20-yard line. And gets not much more than that. Hustling downfield is Ian Wild, the special teams tackle. Toronto down by 5 points. Will have the football late in the fourth quarter.
Here's how to mop up without ever touching mop water. The Ultimate Whiz Mop gets right into the corners, and it rings out with a simple twist so your hands stay clean. Try high five. The Ultimate Whiz Mop, only $24.97 and only at Home Hardware.
Chunky soup with its abundance of nourishing veggies and big pieces of seasoned meat. Chunky is good stuff you can feel good about. And when you feel good, who knows what kind of good you might do.
At Meridian, we admire Kyle, who refuses to eat the carrot that touched his mashed potatoes. When it comes to your investments, be like Kyle. Be picky. Get 2.5% for 90 days. Meridian, expecting more for your money. That's wealth esteem.
We average a good
2-3 times a week?
4.
That's a slow week.
At least.
We've been experimenting a lot.
He likes Mexican, but the Italian was the best I've ever had.
With the Skip the Dishes app, we can get delivery from pretty much anywhere.
We order from our favorite Thai restaurant.
The pub across town. Best burger chains delivered.
With the GPS, I know exactly when my food arrives. The Italian's here!
Try skipthedishes.com. Enjoy $7 off your first delivery with promo code HUNGRY.
Still to come tonight, the Eskimos and the Lions, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. They've been still in the mix for home playoff date.
Yeah. Yep. Brandon there on the left-hand side, Zilcher, little puppy dog face going on. And then he got Jeremiah Johnson on the right with I'm gonna knock you out face going on.
Toronto's had the football for 34 minutes in the game to 20 for Winnipeg. Down 5:25 to go. Ray swings it out, and Wilder makes the catch, bounce off the first tackle and the second, and Wilder up the sidelines out of bounds at the 35-yard line for a gain of a hard-earned 13.
Oh my goodness. That was just ridiculous. Brian Walker, first-year from Fayetteville State. Just learned a lesson. Don't go high on the big boy. Don't hit him up top. You're not going to win that battle. Get out of my way. Sit down. And then Sam Hurl can't corral him. He stiffs arm him out of the way, which we've seen him do to many people. Incredible.
Wilder, gain of a couple on the play. So Ricky Ray, we mentioned, reaches 60,000 yards passing. This is his 216th career start.
Yeah.
He's the second fastest to get there. Anthony Calvillo got to 60,000 in his 209th start. Then Ray at 216, Henry Burris at 220, Damon Allen at 255.
Yeah, I was talking to Ricky Ray yesterday, talking about his win-loss record. I said, Ricky, this is the 115th game. This is 216 you started. Yeah, he says, I'm 110, 104, and 1. And he says, I'm just over 500.
Early movement there, Opalugo. And so a free play for Ricky Ray. Gets outside, throws up the field. Caught by Jimmy Ralph. Ralph makes the catch over the top of Loeffler inside the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Ricky Ray knew the Bombers were offside. A free play.
Offside.
And the gain is 41 yards.
And watch the nimble one.
Offside. Winnipeg number 9.
Polish a dash.
That
drop roll. Just spots it over Walker twice in the last 2 plays have been burnt. That's a dash. That's a design play to get Ricky on the edge. That's a tendency breaker right there. You saw Wilder seal the edge as the defensive end went underneath, and Wilder seals him. Ray goes to the outside. Be my first touchdown pass to Marco Sincar as a pro on that play back in the day. Ricky Ray showing he can still move the pocket, throw on the run.
Mark him down at the 34-yard line. First down, Toronto from there. Play fake to Wilder. Out to the flat they go for Declan Cross. And the fullback going. Cross down to the 15-yard line. A tackle made by T.J. Heath.
Almost looked like a horse collar as well.
Gain of 19 yards on the play.
Toronto just marching down the football field here. Declan Cross all jacked up. Ricky Ray going to work. Marcus Brady, offensive coordinator for Toronto, feeling it right now.
First down, Toronto just outside the 15-yard line. Back into the red zone where Toronto has turned the ball over twice tonight.
There's Marcus right there. Got his boys going, hopping, moving, calling the right plays.
Should be the final play before the 3-minute warning. The give to Wilder. And Wilder fights his way down to the 11-yard line for a gain of 5. 2:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. Lots on the line for Toronto and Winnipeg, and they're going right down to the wire.
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Bring heat. Pack a punch. Come back for more. Like a charge. Like lightning in a bottle. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. We are professional grade.
As a standalone concept, investment and finance are not things that I find very interesting at all. Highly boring. Actually, some of the most boring things. It's very boring, but I also recognize that there's a certain power in mastering the boringness, and that the people that conquer this boringness become very rich as a result.
Chunky soup, with its abundance of nourishing veggies and big pieces of seasoned meat. Chunky is good stuff you can feel good about. And when you feel good, who knows what kind of good you might do.
40 times in his superlative 15-year career, Ricky Ray has engineered a game-winning drive in the fourth quarter.
Well, Tom, yeah, it's just the start of the 3-minute period here with 2:47 on the clock. And first things first, got to be efficient here in the red zone, put the ball in the end zone, and then you go for 2.
7th time in the red zone today. Second down from the 12-yard line, we'll call it.
I like this set, one-on-one up top if you want it.
Give it off to Wilder, and Wilder down to the 5-yard line. Should have a Toronto first down. Jeff Coat the tackle.
Just look at the numbers and the spacing that a 4-1 set gives this offense. It's absolutely phenomenal. And everybody's split out. Look at the spacing just in the offensive line and the scrimmage there. Just watch there. Guys got leverage up to the second level, leading the back. I love how a 4-1 set spreads out a defense and dictates to them what they can and can't do pre-snap.
197 total yards for Wilder today. First and goal, Toronto from the 5. Fake to Wilder. Well, to Edwards. And Armani Edwards taken down hard as Brandon Alexander makes the tackle, but there's a flag on the play.
That was Alexander, I think, coming in and just came up over the top, and I don't know if he got a piece of the face mask.
Face mask. Winnipeg number 21.
Right here.
Half the distance.
Yeah, right there, the face mask.
And a first down.
So first and goal, Toronto from the 1.
It's like you got steer wrestled down there by Alexander's because he caught the face mask, and then all leverage was lost by Armani Edwards, and because Alexander had him by the face mask. And well, that can be dangerous there. Seen a couple of dangerous plays here this football game.
So first and goal from just over a yard out.
Yeah, I make this one. Got to go for 2.
Fajardo in with a short yardage offense. Empty backfield. Fajardo dives ahead. Keeps going. No indication yet. And they say he did not get in.
It's not a bad thing for the Toronto football team. Because you got to think that they're going to score here with another 2 cracks at it. And take some time off the clock here and not leaving Matt Nichols and his high-powered offense an opportunity to go down and score, which they're very capable of doing.
That ball appears to cross the plane of the goal line.
We know that Fajardo's
his
feet did. As Wilder and Holmes just push him right over.
Now, play called here before the snap.
Has called timeout prior to the play being reviewed by the command center.
So Winnipeg calls timeout, but the command center is reviewing this play to see if Fajardo did in fact get in.
But he said prior to review by the command center, Winnipeg called timeout. So they have no more timeouts here moving forward.
You only get one in the last 3 minutes.
You can only carry one into the last 3 minutes. You can have 2 going in there, but you can only use 1.
You need an MRI to see if Fajardo got in or not.
Well, you need more than that. Look at that. Now, that's Wilder. That's crazy. I told you oftentimes, Gordon, that is not somewhere where you don't want it.
That's not for the faint of heart in there.
No, it's not. It is just ugly in there, and whatever you can imagine going on there is happening.
The ball carrier was stopped short. It will be second down at the 1-yard line, and Winnipeg had called the timeout prior.
So second and goal from the 1. 2:01 to go, and because of the timeout called by Winnipeg, the clock won't start now till the ball is snapped.
Correct. So they score here. It's going to be quick. 1:45, 1:50.
Well, you got to think, as you said, Toronto will go for 2 if they score.
That's not going to take time off the clock.
9th play of the drive. This time he's got it. Fajardo in for the touchdown.
Let those big boys eat up front. It's a nice job of moving the line of scrimmage by the Toronto Argonaut offensive line. Led by McEwen, Holmes, Campbell, Washington, Menzel, and Watman.
All right, so the Argonauts have retaken the lead, 29-28, and will go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point lead with 1:57 to go.
And Gordon, I got to get the 7th man in there too. Kolanowski was up in there too. Got to love it.
So Mark Trestman has watched in the last couple of weeks as his team has been beaten at the buzzer. Now Ricky Ray will come on and try to give them a 3-point lead inside 2 to go.
Got to be running out of 2-point plays down here and goal line plays. They've run them all.
Here they go again.
You've seen this one.
Monty Edwards being covered there by Brandon Alexander, and they're going to call pass interference. So it'll move it down once again just outside the 1, and they'll get another crack.
And this is what I was calling for earlier in the ball game. They threw it to Malcolm Williams in this situation.
The foul occurred in goal. The ball will be placed on the 1-yard line, and will retry to convert.
And I was calling for this play to be thrown to this guy, Armani Edwards. And so what does Toronto do? They turn around and they answer my wishes.
So now they take Ray off. The short yardage team comes on. It's a goal line play from the 1.
Yeah, so got an opportunity, got some options here.
And the big herd comes in.
Yes, all 7 of them.
All right, so
Campbell, Holmes, McEwen, Washington, Gonzalez, Watman, Kolanowski. Get in there.
From the 1.
There they are. Root them out. Mano y mano.
And Fajardo lost the football, dives in. Did he get it or not? He lost the ball. Was he down? He got it on the second try.
It looks like he got it on the second try after recovering the loose ball.
Was he touched by Thomas Miles? Let's have a look here.
We'll get several looks. Oh, I love this look.
The ruling on the field is the ball carrier was stopped short of the goal line.
His knee's down. He didn't get in.
No, because Thomas Miles has got him down.
Right, his knee's down right there. He's not in
and then
yet.
The ball comes out. So that's not a fumble. That is down by contact short of the goal line. So they miss on this 2-point convert.
So it remains a 1-point Toronto lead.
Get noticed like a pro in the 2017 GMC Sierra Elevation Edition.
All right, so now 1:57 to go. Toronto turned away on the goal line for a 2-point conversion try. So 2 unsuccessful 2-point conversion attempts here in the second half. And let's think back to last week. Edmonton down late in the 4th quarter.
And this guy, Brandon Zylstra, was on the receiving end of a lot of footballs thrown from that guy, Mike Riley. And then a beautifully designed play to Darrell Walker as a walk-in to put Edmonton up in that ball game.
So, by the way, the command center confirms the ruling on the field. It is not a 2-point conversion, so Toronto has a 29-28 lead.
Yeah, that's the good news for Toronto. Bad news is the 2-point convert failed. Good news is you're still up by 1 with 1:57 on the clock. And if you're Toronto...
a 9-play, 88-yard drive, Matt, for 3.5 minutes.
If you're Toronto, you've lost 3. Your last 3 losses have been the last 2.5 minutes of a ball game by 3 points or less. And so they're familiar with this territory. Got to find a way to get it done to get the W, to keep their destiny in their own hands in the Eastern Division. And Winnipeg wants to do the same thing. We come back late here. Matt Nichols has done that before, often this year.
Lahu to kick it off. Clock back deep. The whistle blows before the ball was kicked. Toronto has thrown the challenge flag. We saw somebody talk to Mark Trestman right before the kickoff.
Wow, they're going back to that 2-point convert.
So what's the challenge here? The command center's already reviewed it. Andre Proulx, the referee's been
not in good standing. They've already reviewed it.
Been a complicated evening for them. We've had 2-point conversion tries challenged. Replays on the goal line.
But isn't the video review there, command center there to get this right? This is why, right? I mean, these are important football games. Everything is in a funnel right now.
Toronto wanted to challenge a horse collar on the play. This is not reviewable. Toronto is losing their challenge and their timeout.
So no timeout. They're calling a horse. They wanted to challenge a horse collar tackle. But that's not a challengeable play.
Yeah, so Thomas Miles, 52 on the left of your screen. Right here, he's got his arm in front of Fajardo, and he pulls him backwards, which looks like it could be a possible horse collar, but his arm's on the front of him, and he just bends him back with his brute strength. Ball comes out, and the knee's down. Toronto loses a challenge in timeout here.
So a non-challengeable play, and now Hairolahu will kick it off. Givens back to receive, along with Fogg. Givens from the goal line, slips on that turf down there, the artificial turf in the end zone.
That's getting old.
And gets down to the 22-yard line, knocked off stride there by Toronto's Justin Tuggle, and so the Bombers have the ball at their 22.
Plenty of weapons to get it done. Weston Dressler's had a night. Gone over 100 yards for the 31st time in his career. Third this season. You got Washington, he can fly. They've got Givens out there, who's a burner. You got Andrew Harris, can do everything. Denmark, who's been non-existent tonight. Maybe it's his turn.
From the 22-yard line, Nichols throws for Dressler, incomplete.
Well, definitely in three-down territory, I believe, here. So a couple of shots that move the sticks here.
Winnipeg, by the way, does not have a timeout. Used it earlier inside 3 minutes. Second down. Here comes the blitz. Nichols stands in, finds Dressler. Rico Murray forces him out of bounds on the 34-yard line, but it's a first down for Winnipeg, and the clock stops.
Yeah, Nichols immediately snaps to his left when he sees the matchup. Weston Dressler and Rico Murray to his left-hand side. Watch him, doesn't hesitate. Looking there right now, throws with timing. Ball is a little behind him, which gets dangerous in that situation because the DB can undercut it and walk it in for a touchdown. Game over. Dressler makes a nice play in the ball.
1:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Nichols had time, throws a 100 for Dressler. He was under duress there. Jermaine Gabriel
came in late.
Come in on the safety blitz.
Yeah,
now a second down play for Winnipeg.
Yeah, Gabriel just going to come right off the edge right here, and just trucks Andrew Harris into Nichols, which disrupts the throw. That's one way to get it done. Can't go around and go through them and throw them into your quarterback's lap. Love it.
Second and long. Here comes the blitz again from Gabriel. They throw right into it, and the pass is caught by Givens. Forced out of bounds at the 44-yard line, right at the first down marker. They'll give him the 45. That will be a first down for Winnipeg.
See, I'd much prefer this. Pressure in my face as a quarterback. I can see that coming, knowing how much time I have to get rid of the football, and he spots it perfectly to Givens. Spots it perfectly to Givens, and he uses his speed to move the sticks. That pressure comes to the backside. You can't tell how much time you have, and that's when you get popped in the back and the ball comes out.
1:29 to go. First down Winnipeg from its 45-yard line. Blitz again. Nichols stands in, throws Denmark the catch. Murray brings it down, but he crosses midfield and into the Toronto territory at the 53-yard line. Another first down, but the clock running now as soon as the ball is put in place.
So Paul LaPolice, he's got this offensive unit finally.
Oh, hang on here. The Argos had a man go down, Dylan Wynn.
Look out!
Right as the ball was about to be snapped.
And they're aware of how quickly Paul LaPolice and how well oiled he has this offense in this situation.
Remember how hot Winnipeg was earlier this year with Saskatchewan doing
question. That's right. Saskatchewan was just blatantly.
The play was stopped prior. Number 98 Toronto went down on one knee. He's got to go off for tree play.
So Wynn has to come off.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing because Wynn's a heck of a pass rusher.
Clock has to read 1 minute and 22 seconds.
So you go back to your point about Saskatchewan doing that earlier to Winnipeg and how livid they were. But you know what? Saskatchewan was just pushing the envelope and extending the rules, and they had people in place, and they could afford to miss people that were going down for 3 plays because they were rotating them in. And O'Shea knows what's going on because it's not the first time he's seen it.
And doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't.
First down for the Toronto 53. Here comes the blitz again. Nichols throws, and the pass is caught by LaDainian Washington. And Washington down to the 51-yard line.
O-line doing their job, Gord, protecting Matt Nichols as he continues to spread the ball around here on this last-minute drive. Not choosy about who he's throwing the ball to, just getting the job done.
Clock running again. Nichols fires. Washington again. A first down to the 35.
They're only 1 point down. That's why the 2-point conversion was so critical there.
Tackle was made by Terrence
Medlock range here, no problem. Plenty of time on the clock. Problem is, you better slow your jets. You got a 1:08 on the clock. You don't want to give Ray the same exact opportunity you've been given if you're Matt Nichols.
First down, Winnipeg from the Toronto 35. This drive began at the Winnipeg 22-yard line. Back to the ground to Andrew Harris, and Harris fights his way down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's teeing it up now. I believe they'll run it one more time here. Maybe they'll be a little aggressive, but you got to be really cognizant of the fact you got 46 ticks left on the clock. They can't stop it. It's going to start on the whistle, so they can take this down to 1 or 2 seconds on the clock, 20-second clock. Give it to Harris, run off a few more time. Still the clock will run on the referee's whistle, and really give Toronto very little time to work with, if any at all.
On second down, here's Harris again. Bounces outside, gets nothing. Less than that.
Well, that's
tackle is made.
Best case scenario. So
also outside makes the tackle.
Nobody's got timeouts here, Gord. So the clock's going to start on the referee's whistle with 22 seconds on the clock. This should be the last play of the ball game. They do this properly. Medlock splits the uprights. Bombers are still in the hunt for first place in the West. And
Medlock missed from 39 earlier. This will be a 39-yard field goal try.
Get off the schneid. He hit on a 53-yarder, though, right after that.
3 Argos in the end zone. The kick-out play, Hiralaw, who's back there as well. So the kick-out play, if he misses.
Wins in his face as well, off the lake here.
And Probst is the holder. Officially a 40-yard try, and it is no good. Hiralaw has it, kicks it out.
Ball game.
And gets it out of bounds. Well, a kicker wins it for Toronto, but it's the Argo kicker from the end zone who does it. And Toronto finally wins a close one, 29-28.
That's as good as execution you can hope for on the missed field goal in the last play of the game. Hiralaw does a beautiful job on the run, by killing the time and then punting it out of bounds. Medlock, 39. It's his second miss in a row from 39 tonight. Just wide right.
And then Hiralaw fields it cleanly for one. And then
play's not over, Justin. Put your head on a swivel. Here it comes.
But no chance as Hiralaw, who placed that perfectly.
Wow, what a ball game. What a ball game. A lot of fun. Trestman wins a close one, finally.
Did we get it? Did we get it? Yeah, we got it. So Ricky Ray crosses 60,000 yards passing. Now time for our Nissan Titan player of the game.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. This guy was the horse, and he showed hustle all night. He was chasing down defensive ends. Tristan Oklahoma after interception, or whether it's just gutting the defense, having a nose for the end zone, shovel passes, draws, running behind the big boys that are eating for him all night long against a tough Winnipeg defense. James Wilder Jr., Nissan Titan, play of the game.
Brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League. A seesaw night in Toronto. Ricky Ray and the Argonauts get the win. They're back in first place in the East Division. A 29-28 victory. For Matt Dunnigan, Matthew Chinetti, all of us at TSN, I'm Gord Miller. Now stand by for SportsCenter.